You ever wake up randomly as fuck? Just like so randomly. But that's okay. I'm going to wash my face because it's feeling a little crusty. But yeah, just, I don't know. I feel like I slept good as fuck though. Like that's the thing about it. I feel like I actually went to bed kind of early. Um, and now I'm feeling like my body is like, get the fuck up, bitch. I don't know who else is awake. I hope somebody else is awake. I know some of y'all be working the night shift. What up? Also, I have a job interview today. I know you're like, bitch, don't you work the chicken spot and the ham spot? Don't you read tarot cards? Don't you be doing all... Yes, yes, bitch. Also, bitch, finally. Bitch, I have so much tea to tell you. Oh my god, hey, awake gang. Not the dawn of time. You're funny as hell. I hope y'all are having a good morning. Or at least you have some good snacks that you can eat so you can go back the fuck to sleep, truly. I would not wish being awake right now. I don't. Nobody. And the fact that it's me, I'm sad. I wish I could be a sleepy hoe. I want to be a sleepy hoe bad as hell, but I'm awake as fuck. But my face about to be clean as hell. But yeah, no. I'm literally just trying to wake myself up because, bitch, I'm up. But you know when you wake up randomly, you got them eye crusties? Like, damn, where'd them eye crusties come from? Barely slept. Also, I'm butt naked, so I'm trying to like put on clothes before we chill for real. I'm trying to put on something before we actually really see each other. Cause it's also the way I woke up sweating, but the AC was on. That fucked me up too. Cause I was like, I just know the AC not on. It was on as fuck. Also, this is like unrelated to everything. But there's like this grocery store called Fresh Time, and they have like goodie bags. Like whenever you go buy groceries, at the end of the groceries, they're like, "Bitch, don't forget your goodie bag." And they gave me some free cream for my face. They also gave me some soap. It's really nice. Um, but yeah, I was gonna put this face on, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. My face is clean. That's enough. Um, Damn, I don't even think I'm hungry. Takis? You was eating Takis before bed? Or you was eating Takis this morning? Tell me more about the Takis. What flavor? I'm trying to ripen these two mangoes. If your mangoes are hard as fuck and you do not want to eat them for a long time, don't put them in a paper bag. Because if you put them in a paper bag and you close it, it will make them ripe. So I got these two. One of them feels a little bit more ripe than the other. I'm gonna put that in the fridge. The other one, back in the paper bag. Thank you. The job interviews for this place that I talked about on here, and they called me yesterday, and they were basically like, so the white lady you had talked to said good things about you, and I was like, oh, well, that's nice. Didn't expect that, truly. Like when I talked to the white lady, I just feel like here's how it went down. I was at the checkout and I seen like all over the store there's a sign that says like a shift from 1 to 6 is available every day. Like they're looking for help 1 to 6 every day. And I was just like, and so I just pointed at the sign and I was like, hey, I was like, I can do that. And she was just like, do you know how to lift heavy stuff? She's like, because we've been getting a lot of frail hoes. And I was like, a lot of frail hoes? I was like, well, I'm strong like bull. And she was like, I love to hear it. I'm like, all right. You know, because I'm trying to be funny, but she took it seriously. So I'm really not strong like bull, bitch. Like, I'm just tall, bitch, honestly. I'm just tall fishing, bitch. I'm just strong fishing. I don't care. I'm going to use this big back for something, bitch. The fuck? They can think this back got some muscles in it. That's fine. That's fine. They can think that this back got muscles in it. They can think that these Hagrid hands are stronger than they are. That's fine. I ended up putting on the cream because my face did feel kind of dry. You know, that goat milk soap, it was alright. But still made my shit feel tight. So fuck that. Um, a Hagrid ass bitch. Oh my god, Jasmine, you're funny as hell. I literally say Hagridic. I'd be like, I'm Hagridic. You know, Hagrid is my ancestor. I absolutely understand. Like when they had that one where they had all the kids from the different schools come to do the games and the Durmstrang bitch. Yes. I was like, why don't we have more info on these hoes? Like that really bothered me, J.K. Rowling. But you know what? I'm not even gonna bother you because she got a lot going on right now. She got a lot on her plate right now, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother Miss Mamas. Oh, he's so cute. Like, bitch, I fell asleep before this man went to work, and he really filled up my water bottle, bitch. He always makes sure my ass hydrated, because, bitch, it's the way that I am terrible at making sure I have a water bottle. I am really not good at it. I'll really be dehydrated, bitch. It's tragic. But, yeah, let's chill, y'all. Let's chill. Can I talk to you? Ooh, wait, do I want the backlight? No. No, I don't, because that was my fatal flaw last time I was live. That backlight was really fucking me up. I'm about to get back to whoever is talking to me right now, I promise. I'm about to get back. I'm about to get back. I was just really I was trying to really see if I was about to eat a cookie right now, but my body was like, bitch, if you don't sit the fuck down and chill the fuck out, drink some fucking water, because you don't need a cookie right now. Not even just racist, transphobic. Like that's you know what? I feel like J.K. Rowling about to fuck around and unite all the black women's, the trans women's, the black women's, the black trans gay women's. Like I just feel like J.K. Rowling, she don't realize it, but her little goofy ass about to unite some people. Cause the way that people are like, wait, this is a woman of color. Like that's the thing about it. Like white supremacy really that's one thing that I really want to just uplift. Like for anybody out there that like really like and here's the thing, I have this is how it sounds, but I'm gonna be candid. I personally have a friend that has said some transphobic shit. And like I'm still trying to figure out how to bring it up to them because I love them so much, but at the same time, I feel like if for people that are not trans, for people that are not trans, there are there are some girlies, and I feel like the J.K. Rowling thing is the tip of the iceberg. But there's some girlies that are like, oh my god, there's men trying to steal from women, and it's awkward because the reality is like when we talk about transness, yes, for some people, like it may seem like they chose to be trans. It may seem like that to some people. Like it really may seem like that. I don't feel like that's ever possible. I feel like when people transition medically, that is just one type of experience, if that makes sense. Like when people are transitioning and getting gender affirming either surgery or just services, those things can really make people think like that is what trans is. Trans is when you pay money to change your whole look. Whereas, in my honest opinion, trans is just what you are because the socialization for you did not work. Oh, Cat Black is still creating. I believe she has multiple partners. I think from what I've been watching, I have been seeing her. Yeah, she's doing quite well, it seems. I could be wrong. I don't want to speak for people doing well when they're not, but it seems like she's doing well. I could be wrong though. People could be doing all types of ways, and you just saw the last video where they seemed like they were doing good. What up, Nubia? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, I just woke up. I had a fight about whether or not I was about to eat this cookie or this banana. The banana won, but I'm still looking at the cookie, you know what I mean? The cookie can still get it. But I feel like this banana might hold me down. You know how a banana be holding you down, bitch? It'd be kind of crazy. Like, shout out to bananas. If you know, you know. If you know, you motherfucking know, bitch. I swear to God. Jasmine, you're not wrong. And I want to be candid because I don't want to be a fake ass trans person. Like, this is my friend. I love them. But they had said something like, you know, I really hate when a man calls his butthole his pussy. And in my mind, I'm like, who cares? Like, low key. Because at the end of the day, bussy, pussy, whatever, that's where they be getting their dick. Like, let them go. Like, that's how I really feel. That's where they get their dick. Let them go. That's where they get their dick. Like, that's their back pussy. That's how I feel. I mean, that's how they feel. So, you know? And the thing that also blows me is like, you know what? I'm not gonna go too much into it, but I'm just gonna say that her feeling like that had me like laugh at first, but then I was just like, it really don't matter, like what anybody calls their body part, for whatever reason. Nubia, not Chris Brown, bitch. Dougie in my pussy did the Dougie in my pussy. Come on, Chris Brown, baby, come on, Dougie in my pussy. Do y'all remember Joanne Prada singing that song? I literally thought it was like a fever dream. I thought that like I had a stroke. I had to really Google it. Just type. Well, I don't know if you can even find it. Damn. It might look something like this, but it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, bitch. Like that whole shit was crazy. What's the tea? What's the tea? Like, bitch, she really said I might suck your dick and make your baby mama sick. I'm so sorry, but there was just something about that era that was just so like. And then we wonder why we here now today. We wonder why we here now today. Like I just feel like as a society, like the warning shots have been coming. You feel me? Like the warning shots have been coming. People have just been peopling. You know what I mean? But Joanne Prada, forever. Low key, if I was a tattoo getting bitch, I really would get a tattoo of Joanne the scammer. I really would. And it would say salted peanuts make me choke. Because again, that's another iconic line from that song. Salted peanuts make me choke. Like, girl. Again, I'm not gonna do too much because I feel like not everybody knows Joanne the Scammers um musical background, but Joanne used to sing, bitch. Joanne used to sing. Just type in Dougie in my pussy. That's it. That's it. Because if I put this shit on here, YouTube, I actually dragged me today. Instagram dragged me today. And then I don't know if anybody was here the other day, but like somebody like popped up. There's somebody that's like really like that really don't like me that keeps on trying to pop up and say little stanky things, and it's like I don't understand the point of that, cause like me and my friend were talking, and it's like, girl, like I'm not trying to be mean, but imagine watching a fat bitch that you hate. Like that imagine just like sitting here watching a fat bitch that you hate. I mean no shade, but thank you. Like that's all I got. Cause bitch, the way I was like looking at my analytics, I've noticed that like apparently my channel has exactly like 5149, and somehow there's more men watching my channel. So I'm like, okay, so my channel is low key, I think, a sexual channel. Clearly, if like only 50% of my viewership is femmes, when I know it didn't start off that way. So I'm just like, okay, so men are jacking off to my videos. So if that's the case, bitch, like I'm about to just, you know what I mean? I'm about to just switch up my whole shit and just come through wearing like, you know what I mean, a giant tube top with my titty almost popping out, and we just gonna be kicking it. Mm-mm. No, it's not a former sex work client. It's just somebody that doesn't like me. Like, but the gag is the way that they're talking. They're clearly someone that watches all of my content and checks for me. So it's an awkward moment where it's like, okay, so you've been watching me so long to the point where you feel like you know me, you feel like you can make little digs, But what I don't understand is why you're not applying that energy to anything else. That's my real thoughts. It's like, don't get me wrong. Do I watch some people's content and be like, what's going on here? Sure, sure. But then at some point, I'm like, well, bye. You know what I mean? Because again, I feel like I've exposed myself before. I got caught up watching Trisha Paytas and not watching her because I was liking her, watching because I was just like, what is this crazy bitch gonna do next? And then at some point, I was like, I'm not only putting a coin in this bitch, I'm putting views in this bitch. I'm putting energy towards this bitch. And that's the thing. That's what people don't realize is like sometimes like when you see someone online, and I mean this so sincerely, and you're like, how come they keep on winning? Bitch, because the odds are against them and they have a good fucking heart. And I know that some motherfuckers don't want to think about that, about Trisha Paytas, because they're like, what's wrong with it? Like this bitch. I'm not going to say Trisha Paytas has a good heart because I don't know her. What I'm going to say is the bitch has clearly been through some shit. Clearly been through some shit. Clearly. Clearly. Like the mama Loki, like bitch, it's been clocked that her mama alcoholic. It's been clocked that she was neglected. It's been clocked a lot of things. And I feel like the thing about Trisha Paytas, and this is my, again, as an unhinged, never a fan, but just someone that watched her for way too much and got an analysis on her, I just genuinely feel like I don't think anyone in her family realized that like when she got on the internet, her being a young white bitch with blonde hair, blue eyes, she already was going to win. Like that's the thing about it. Trisha Paytas she never stood a chance. Her family neglected her to the point where she felt like she had to go online. Who are the main kids getting snatched up online? The white ones. No tea, no shade. Just saying though, like a lot of fucking white children are being targeted because of white supremacy. I'm not saying no black children get targeted. I do not want to take away from black victims, young victims of domestic violence, or just internet creepers. I don't want to take away. What I'm trying to say is white supremacy had already prepared a plate for her. So I'm over here looking at this bitch like, how did she, girl, how could she not win? No shade. I'm not saying this as someone in 2024 who's like white people are just better. Like I'm not. No, I'm trying to offer that like white supremacy had prepared a plate for her. She was going to eat regardless. It didn't matter what table she pulled her ass up to. She was going to eat regardless. That's why she's still eating now. That's why when OnlyFans came out, she was able to just go into that and make money. That's why when she found a white man, you know what I mean, who, I feel like she settled for Moses personally, but I feel like she truly loved Jason, which is sad. Again, bitch, I got too caught up in it. I got too caught up in it. Now who's Trisha? Nubia, you always asking. Oh, I know it's somebody that I don't know. I know it's people that I know don't do this. People that I know don't do shit like this. Like people that I know do not act like this, do not move like this. That's why I've been more in the earth than I have been online, because the internet is full of people that like they are obsessed. Like let's just be clear. Let's just be clear. Cause I used to really bounce between like this or that Reddit, looking at this bitch. I'm gonna be candid. I'm gonna be candid. I used to be not a troll. I was never posting nothing. I was never bullying the girl, but I was reading the bullies comments, and I was laughing. And low key, bitch, I'm gonna be so candid. I'm gonna be so candid. I'm just realizing like some of the things that like the things I was doing, it just was like, yeah, sure, I wasn't like throwing the rock, but I was laughing at bitches throwing rocks. So like there's so many other cooler things to do, to be at. This is not me trying to say like don't hate on people, guys. Like do whatever the fuck makes sense for you. I just feel like I lost time in my personal life by watching a fat white lady win in a world where she was gonna always win. Like girl, for me, for people that watch me, I don't know how you perceive me. I don't want to say I don't care, because like I care a little bit, just just enough to not be out here going fucking nuts. But do I really think that everybody here is like my friend or like wishes me well? No, and it's sad. It's sad, but at the same time, we can't always think like that. We can't always think like, oh, it's all good here, you know. With that being said, though, I feel like that people that go out their way to like tell me they don't like me, I just wish that they would take a moment and just ask themselves, how is this benefiting your life? But also like fuck me for a moment. Isn't there cool shit that you like? Isn't there things that you really enjoy? Again, I know when I was focused on this girl and her brand, her like just the weird stuff she was up to, I know I was just like really sucked in to a point where it was just kind of like
Girl. And I'm slightly embarrassed that I was like really watching that girl like that because it's like, yo, like, again, in the end, I feel like she's somebody who has an addict parent, a narc parent, and she just wanted to feel special. And unfortunately, she did not have the right kind of like care. And again, I have so much more empathy because I know what it's like to be young as fuck on the internet and everybody seemingly likes you and you're just doing whatever you're doing. And then, you grow up and you're like, oh shit, I've been saying a lot of silly ass shit online. I've been doing a lot of silly ass shit. And so I know some people will not want to hear me because I have empathy for Trisha Paytas. That's okay. What I'm trying to offer though is that like I don't feel good about the time I spent like watching this bitch and thinking like, oh my God, like, I hope that I feel like at this point I feel like I don't watch because it's like I don't want to see nothing happen to Malibu. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I'm gonna be so fucking real, and I feel like I don't watch because I do not want to see nothing happen to the baby, because I just feel like I don't think that she ever got to the point where she realized I'm I was neglected. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I haven't realized that for myself. It took a long time for me to realize like why I come here, why I was online so young, and why I cared so much. The attention. Like that's why we're all here. Like in some ways, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying a lot of people are here for the attention, for the love that they didn't get as a kid. Like some people you could see it very obviously. Like they did not get a lot of care and support, and so now they're here. And now, no, I never met her. No, Jasmine, I'm not Jasmine. Not I'm ashamed. But no, I'm ashamed. No, she was. She did. No, but that's the thing. I feel like she was the original rage bait page. She was the original like she did a lot of fucking weird things. And I also think that she's a product of white supremacy. I think that's also why some people may study the bitch. Because honestly, I feel like I became fascinated because I'm just like, white supremacy has really allowed you to do whatever you want to do. And this is what you're choosing. Like, you could choose anything. Like, white people get to choose anything. Like, you could be a stripper and still become a biochemist, bitch. Like, there's so many things to be when you're white. Like, you could really, you could really be anything when you're white. And I'm not trying to play nobody. I'm just saying, like, white people really be really accepting like anything. So that's why I'm just like, Trisha, you could have done anything, and look, she still could. Like, I would not be surprised if at some point that bitch takes a real estate exam or something. You know what I mean? I would not be surprised if at some point she's like, you know what, I want to have more than this. I would not be surprised she's a Taurus. But at the same time, I think because she's a Taurus, it's obvious the bitch like to eat, like to relax. You know what I mean? And I just feel like she's such an expression of Venusian energy, but the Taurus expression. I feel like the Taurian expression of Venus is very much her, and I think that's also why I enjoyed her content. I'm a Taurus rising. So there was a part of me that was like, damn girl, the luxury, the food, you know what I mean? Like there was a part of me that was like, damn. There was a part of me that I don't want to say was envious, but was just like, damn, like imagine making it that. The whole time, I'm not really seeing that she didn't make it that. She was a white woman living in a white country. She's home. You get what I'm saying here? Some of us don't really realize all the time. Well, we realize it, but we don't internalize that we're not home. This ain't our home. So, with that being said, like the white people whiting, they're home. They're having like this is their, you know what I mean? But it also made me think of like the incestuous nature of whiteness and how like she seems like a sister to other white bitches. Like there's white girls that are like, that's my sis. And they mean that shit. They're like, I have a sister like that. You know what I mean? Like they mean that shit. And just the ways that like whiteness has like a very familial policy. And so I just feel like as long as she was the young cute girl, it was fine. But then the older she got, the more people were like, okay, this is not okay. Like I just want people to notice how like white supremacy really was like allowing her to be herself. And then at some point I do feel like the tides turned, especially around Jason. Just because I feel like Jason had so many cameras on him, I think it was very obvious to see like the abusive nature of her. And I just want to hold that like domestic violence can happen from any gender. And so when she was being abusive towards Jason, it was just kind of like I remember I said a few weeks ago or a few days ago, I was like, when women beat on men, the climate we're in is so fucking dangerous and so fucking like anti-woman that people will really think it's funny when a woman beats up a man. Like we don't have the appropriate emotional response for women causing harm, women being killers. We just don't have it because we're so focused on men being the ones that do the harm. We're so sure that it was a man that did the harm. We're so sure that men are the reason why there's violence out here and there's women out here doing all types of shit. And it's not to say that there's more women doing crime or harm. It's to say that in a patriarchy, women have to move more strategically. And the women that don't are white. That's how I genuinely feel. I feel like white women could be a killer and write a book and come back and be okay. You can't, like, white people could kill and write a book and, like, go viral. Like, it's really wild. Jasmine, no, she definitely is a white roach. She definitely is a white roach. Um, a man, wait. Are we talking about that black woman a while ago? The one that said she got hit with a brick like a while ago, like a long time ago. Am I wrong? Cause I thought there was a girl that okay. I just remember that situation unfolding weirdly. I don't remember the resolution on that one, but I remember the conversation getting really awkward around that. To be honest with you, I don't remember how that one ended. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I kind of fell off on that one. I remember it happening, and I was shook as fuck. But I feel like I got caught up in like the all the different ways that people were communicating about it. What up for the socials? But yeah, as I was saying though, I'm not trying to make some case for like not hating on people online. I'm just offering that I feel like a loser for ever wasting any of my time looking at Trisha Paytas and just trying to figure out like what I was watching or even just thinking that that bitch really cared about what my analysis. Cause like low key, there's this group and I don't want to say too much because I feel like the fact that I was ever in there is a shame. But there is literally a group where people like make fun of people and it's like again, I was laughing, but then I really had to sit with it and be like, damn dude, like this is where we are. Like that's sad. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm not trying to yuck nobody yum. I know some of y'all probably in some groups right now where y'all roast people. That's fine, but it just made me feel like a loser. Honestly, like it made me feel like a big loser, and I was just like, fuck. Like I remember feeling like it was funny to come up in here and laugh and key and scroll, but now I'm just like, what are we doing? I'm glad that I'm there, but it was just kind of like it really took me like just and I'm not gonna go too much into it. I'm not gonna go too much into it. You know what? It's a late night live. We up in the middle of the night, bitch. It was a fucking group where like people were talking about unfortunate looking celebrity children. Again. I already feel like a loser for being in there. I already feel like a loser. But I just remember like seeing them talking about Mariah Carey kids for a long time, bitch. And like this most recent time I went up in there because I haven't been in there in a while, they was really talking about thank God they finally got Mariah Carey son some fucking bangs. I'm like, y'all really are really trying to make it seem like these kids can't win. Like, oh my God, like it's just like there's a part of me that feels like y'all are losers. Like I mean that so sincerely. I mean myself too for even being up in there for any point in time. Because it's like, girl, they're babies. Like they have so much life. They're not done cooking. Like, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're not cooked. They're not cooked. Leave them alone. Like, I just remember scrolling. Bitch, honestly, what really turned me off, like, I feel like that's why I left the Beyonce. I used to be in this Beyonce group where people would have, like, all these conspiracies about Beyonce. And you know what made me leave? You know what really made me leave? They start talking about motherfucking Sir being autistic, and they start talking about how the babies look ugly because of Jay-Z. And it's just like, okay, well, we stay saying that Jay-Z is ugly, but can we just be candid that Jay-Z is just black? Can we just be candid? Can we just be candid for a moment? Can we just be candid for a moment? Like, I know people don't like his ass, but can we just be candid? He just not mixed like Beyonce. Listen, y'all can say Sean Carter ugly all day. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just like, what makes him ugly? And I feel like whenever you ask people those questions about people who are black, who are brown skin, darker skin, have non-ambiguously racial features, are very clearly black people. If you ask those people like what makes somebody ugly or not cute, like they really just reveal themselves. Exactly. I just say redacted. I just say redacted because it's like I just feel like on some Fanita, I don't want to play myself and start talking about this person look a mess, and then like someone look at me and be like, "Well, bitch, you look like a motherfucking boiled pig knuckle," and I'll be like, "You know what I mean?" Then I'll be sick. So it's just like, let me not do too much. Like, let me not do too much. That's why I'm like, it's getting redacted. Who knows what I meant? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, bitch? Clock, not clock it. I'm just saying again. When they were talking about the baby having autism, I'm like, yo, like I just feel like, listen, I got into that group because I have conspiracies about Beyonce as well, but it's like not the babies in it. When the babies got in it, I had to leave. I'm gonna be real. When I called Nara ugly, okay, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. And this. And see, here's my thing. But here's the thing about Fanita. Fanita is gorgeous. And so I feel like for people to make it seem like Fanita shouldn't be talking, that was anti-black in my honest opinion. Like again, I know other people saw it too, but I'm just like, y'all really wanted to humble that girl. Y'all really wanted to humble that girl. Meanwhile, the other day when we were in here talking about ugliness, I feel like I'm so sorry, bitch. I feel like this combo about to go so left. We were talking about white people hairstyles. Me and my best friend Nara looks like a Steven Universe character. Like, I mean, no shade when I say this, but that bitch got very simple line work on her face. Like, people, she looked like them motherfucking sweet whispers motherfucking dolls. The ones with the motherfucking eyes and no mouth. You know what I'm talking about, bitch. Like, I really, like, again, as a lighter skinned person, I mean this with so much respect. Sometimes we're ugly and people just don't know yet. Like, that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna say sometimes we're ugly as fuck and people just don't know yet. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Sometimes we look redacted and people don't know yet. Like, that's how I feel. Like, no shade. Like, I've been very ugly. Like, I've looked really a mess, and like people really gave me a lot. I've seen it. I've seen it. I mean, no shade, but there's definitely times where I look back and I'm like, wow. Again, I'm working every day. I'm working every day to make it make sense for myself, bitch. But again, I've definitely seen, and I also feel like the bar is lower, and like not even I feel like let me. I gotta stop saying I think I feel. That's not the case. I don't even think or feel these things. These are things I've heard that I absolutely agree with because I absolutely see the motherfucking material. Like again, there are people who will start channels and they'll never get 1,000 people to even watch them. It's not because they're not worthy. Like, let's be clear. We live in a capitalist world. We live in a colorist world. Like, as I was saying about Trisha Paytas was always going to eat on this platform. She's a white bitch who has no life, no shade. She got one now that she paid for, but she had no life. She had nothing going on. She clearly wanted to show off that her storytelling skills, her makeup skills, like no shade. Like she was a very basic white lady. She was not the cutest girl either. But the thing that she had that the other girls didn't have was a lack of shame. She had no shame. And I hate to say this, but I connect with her so much because the way that I used to be on here just wilding the fuck out, bitch, I had no mama. I had no daddy. I had nobody that cared about me. I could say anything. Who cares if y'all didn't care about me? Who cares if y'all didn't want to accept me or love me or like me? It didn't matter. I was still getting your attention. And that's why I say what I say about like going places and giving your energy to shit. If you really don't like it, get away from it. Cause you fucking around making shit more powerful that you don't like. Like that's what people don't realize. Like me looking at Trisha Paytas, you think these brands weren't noticing the engagement? It don't matter how the fuck you watch the bitch. It's a metric. That's what I'm trying to offer. So if you really don't like me, starve me, ho. If you really don't appreciate my content, don't watch it. Leave me be. Not her body is tea. Jasmine, that part, like, I've literally seen a fat, light skinned bitch that looks like myself multiple times over. Like, I've seen so many girls that I'm like, that could be my cousin. You know what I mean? And again, it's no shade to us, really. It's just to notice that, like, when you see a deep, dark skinned person somewhere, you usually will not see another girl that looks like her. And it's no tea, no shade. It's the honest truth. It's the honest truth. It's kind of like that show. Like the other day, I was talking about it. It's called Black Girl Stuff, or Black Girl Show, or something. And there was only one black girl on the damn show. The other girls were all light skinned and very obviously mixed. And they really had the deep dark skinned girl having to fucking explain why people. We could go back to Nara, but we really had like she really had to be the one to be like, yeah, you know, when people watch the show, they don't really see four black girls, and had to hold that. Not Black Lady Sketch Show. It's called the Black Girl Show or something. I can't remember the full name of it, but it's a show on YouTube that is doing quite well, but there's only one deep dark skinned girl in there. And again, the rest of the girlies are all Beyonce, Alicia Keys looking ass, and like she's the one girlie on there that's brown skinned that, like, you know, typically is giving black. And I'm not trying to play with nobody, but it's the rest of the girls look like Nipsey Hussle. I'm not trying to be funny, but the rest of the girls look like Nipsey Hussle, and it's one girl that's dark skinned, and it's kind of just like, and they have the nerve to call it Black Lady Show or Black Girl Show. Again, it's not even just about light washing. It's also about like mixed people being put in black spaces. What up? Good morning, JB. But no, getting back to Nara, my thing is this: if you're a light skinned person, like you probably just look like a potato. Let's be honest, like a little beige potato. That's okay. With that being said, though, let's not act like Nara Smith doesn't exist in white supremacy with the rest of us. So yeah, she's skinny. She looks very close to white. Like she is the quintessential mixed girly that they want to see. They want to see that girly because that girly looks that girly you know is gonna have white babies. Some of us mixed people are treated a little bit differently because especially by white people, because they know like you could potentially have a white baby. You could give me a white or tan baby. Like I've met a man not that long ago who told me that he don't want his kids to suffer like this. And I looked at him and I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Look at me." He goes, "The son hates me." He's like, "White people just don't look that good." And I was like, "Oh shit, on some Get Out?" All right. See, but saying that she's a pretty mixed girl, I just feel like she looks more white than she looks black. Like, I just feel like that's what we're saying when we're talking about mixed people. That's how I feel. I feel like when people say some mixed people are looking like good, a lot of times they are like very white adjacent. And so that's why when you're talking about Nara being cute, I was just kind of like if you're looking for like a Blasian, like a pale Blasian aesthetic, okay, sure. Like she looks like she sleeps with like peroxide sponges so that she can bleach her skin without anybody really knowing, bitch. She's giving like I'm taking gluteum pills or whatever the fuck they're called. Like it's not giving natural. And that's just how I feel. And it's not me trying to overcorrect or hard correct on us light skinned people. It's just me trying to be candid that, like, I didn't see how mediocre we were. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I wasn't seeing it. Now I'm looking and I'm like, it's like the lens that I needed from deep dark skinned people. I'm so grateful that I can finally, like, just hear like what's being offered, because I definitely used to think like, damn, like white people are dominating in a particular way, and I never saw a pecking order, but now I do. Now in real time I'd be like, okay, like this behavior that I'm exhibiting, like people are not doing shit, but this deep dark skinned person over here is doing the same thing as me, and people are trying to give them something. Or like if I'll be out and about, I'll see like sometimes I'll see some really fucked up shit. Like I'll see like a bunch of deep dark skinned children at the pool with no adult supervision. The only supervision is like white Latinos. And so then I'd be feeling like I gotta stay certain places because like I don't want these white people to do anything to these children, and I can't trust them. And then on top of it, I don't know if they're like white Latin or if they're like, you know what I mean, Cardi B. thinking that they're black as they can't do nothing anti-black. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And so it's definitely changed my perspective on certain conversations, certain places. Like, I've had to check my fellow mixed people several times, and some of them really want to kill me. Like, I've definitely had a bunch of mixed people get mad at me, and think that I'm doing something wrong, because a lot of them are benefiting from being in black spaces and being uplifted. And the more I talk, the more other people are like, wait a second, y'all are weird. Your mom is pale with like green eyes, but was considered black in the 50s. Heard you. Heard you. Heard you. Again, I'm not trying to take away from anybody's blackness or change their identities or ideas. But I just want to be candid that, like, seeing the mediocrity of being a light skinned person, that's hard to see. It's hard to see, especially if you're in black spaces hardcore, because people will really make a case for us and our beauty in a way that, like, white spaces really don't. I'm not saying white spaces do not see light skinned people as beautiful. What I'm trying to offer is that, like, in black spaces, being a light skinned person is defended in a particular way. Not to mention that until I started to really listen to deep dark skinned people, there were definitely moments where I was just like, like, I wonder what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like, I would always be like, I wonder what's really happening here. Like, what's the real story? It seems like there's drama on both sides. It seems like both sides are angry about something. Like, I was like, I know light skinned people got problems. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I was at. For a while, was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, it's definitely hard when people think that we're not black. And it's just like, bitch, we're not, though. I know there are some light skinned black people. What I'm trying to offer is most lighter skinned black people are like brown skin, at least. And so again, like, I was definitely over assuming that I had anything to think about too deeply, when really I had a lot of listening to do. And so I wanted to just say that, like, sometimes when I do see light skinned people who are very like whenever I see light skinned people who are being like uplifted because they're so beautiful, I have to like sit with that for a moment, because a lot of times what people are saying is like, they're so skinny, their nose is so small, their lips are not that big but not that small, like, they have lips, their body color is not pale, it's olive or dark white. You know what I mean? It's Dwight. You know what I mean? It's Dwight. Dark white. Ooh, dark white with a Q. Let me stop it. Let me stop. Yeah, no, multi-generationally mixed is a thing. There are people who are multi-generational. I consider myself MGM mainly because just the conflicting stories, like people telling me that my father's mother looks like me, but then also someone telling me that my father's mother was like white Jewish, and that, like, there was a Jewish man who is my great grandfather on my father's mother's side, who they called Uncle Baba, who was like a darker Jewish man. No fucking clue, bitch. Still doing the research on that one. So, with my mom being MGM already, my grandfather being MGM already on my mother's side, my father, question marks around like who is what. I'm pretty sure I don't know. Let me not do that though, because my brother is brown skin and like has a whole white mama. So let me not do that. Listen, I'm not trying to play nobody. I'm not trying to play nobody. What I'm trying to offer is like, the show that I was uplifting was a show that was saying that it was for black girls. It was called like Black. It was called like Black Girl Show. I think that's what the show was called. It's a show that's on right now. Like, if you type in like Black Girl Show or Black Lady Show, you may find it. But I didn't stick with it because they literally only had one black woman on there, and had the nerve to make her defend. They listen. This conversation only came up because we were talking about white people having access to privilege and how they were always gonna win. This is not me trying to make it seem like I want to drag my fellow light skinned people. I was more so just trying to offer that, like, a lot of times, like, when people think that us light skinned people are so attractive, so beautiful, it's because of the lack of blackness, the lack of the black phenotype, not because of our inherent beauty is what I'm trying to offer. Like, I wasn't trying to be stanky. But the show is just the show, from what I heard or from what I've seen, it was a show where black femmes were discussing things. I only tuned into the show because I was watching someone talk, the one black girl on the show, having to defend what is a good critique. Like it was an awkward moment too, because this brown skinned woman trying to motherfucking say she's so grateful to be on the show, but caveat, it's just like the performance that deep dark skinned people have to do when they are in the room and they have to defend either why they're in the room or acknowledge that colorism is real. And I feel like in that moment she was trying to do both, and it made me sad because I just knew like the mixed girlies are gonna get you. There's so many girlies that are gonna get you. Then the white girl is gonna jump up for the mixed girlies. Like it's just so much, and it was frustrating because again, she was trying so hard to be measured in her reply, but the girl, it was basically three light skinned girls trying to get the dark skinned girl to be like, we're all black, and she couldn't do that because that it's not real, and like I just feel like her response was very much like, we're all not black, but you know, like she was like as the darkest one here, and then she also acknowledged that her pay was not the same as the other girls, and that fucked me up too, cause it's like, bitch, not they using this moment to make you defend the shit. They trying to use you to defend, and like she had to acknowledge like the comment section that was saying, how is this called Black Lady Show, but it's only one black lady. Pro Gamer JS. Okay, Pro Gamer just came in came in really hot. Came in really hot. Ultra, thank you for saying that. Yes, skinny, small features, looser curls, like like the ways that people uplift mixed people and our beauty is by literally being like, look how much you're not black. Like, let's be fucking clear, because if we could get clear about that, people will probably shift in in their demeanor and their behavior. Maybe. Let's hope. But pro gamer, I'm gonna just indulge because like you wrote a very you wrote one of the longer comments, so I'm gonna just give it to you. You said this conversation is wild. The fuck does anyone color have anything to do with anything? We all human beings. Only thing that matters your personality, your character, not this race bait garbage. Okay, programmer. I'm a pro gamer. Sorry for calling you programmer. Um, go off, go off. Like we wish we could live in that world. Beam me up to that shit. Beam me up to the world where the only thing that matters is your personality and your character. Beam me up to that world, baby. Beam me up. You know what bothers me? The people that don't want these conversations to happen because they want to be like, this doesn't matter. It do though. And honestly, bitch, the thing that blows me is the conversation be mattering, but notice who don't want the convo to happen. Because I don't want to ask you too many personal questions because you clearly don't want to be yourself. Like you have a different picture in your little thumbnail, so I don't want to do too much. But like, babe, like if you want to give us your identity and tell us where your lens is coming from, we might get some more clarity. Because the world that you live in, it's giving that you're a person of color. So that's why I'm also kind of just like, But if you want to live in that world, you have to have these kind of conversations. For race not to matter, for skin tone not to matter, we must break the silence about how it is mattering. Like, we don't get to be where you want to live without going through these conversations and these tough ass fucking conversations. We just don't get to be there. And it's not because we don't want to be there. It's because we're colonized. Good morning. Hi. Listen, the internet is the best thing that happened to the poor people because, baby, now we could be in our cages and actually have a window into the other motherfucking parts of the earth. Think about it. Colonization is not just about fucking being stolen. Some of us are wild seeds, true. But some of us are part motherfucking colonizer. Like, I have to hold that. I'm part colonizer. Like whiteness is not just a fucking identity. It's also a fucking lens. Some of us won't take off the glasses of the colonizer. Some of us still looking through the colonizer lens. So that's what I'm trying to offer is like pro gamer. Some of us lens is just we're not looking through the eyes of white people to talk. We're not speaking through the prism of whiteness. So that's all I'm trying to offer. Sometimes we do have to be dragged. Pro gamer. I don't know who said black people weren't beautiful. What was said was light skinned mixed people are uplifted for how little they look black. for the lesser, for the smaller features, for the less, uh, for the less for the less obviously noted features, if that makes sense. Like if we know that like a wider nose, wider lips, wider eyes, deeper darker skin is seen as blackness, if we know that blackness has a phenotype, if we know blackness has a look, the uplifting of lighter skinned people is obviously a desire to pedestalize the hybrid, which is why biracial and mixed people are making so many gains in this country, which is why Obama, Meghan Markle, people may not want to see Meghan Markle as an important figure, but she is. She's a reminder that that's what whiteness really wants, to return. They don't mind a little brown in the line as long as they can return. There's a reason she's being uplifted the way she is. That's all I'm gonna say. And honestly, she scares the fuck out of white people. White people low-key hate Meghan Markle because it's a reminder that, baby, you know, depending on who you fucking, you could create more white babies and they're not quote unquote pure. That's why Megan is so important. I don't want to go too deep into it though because I feel like I'm behind in the chat and I just came up over here because I couldn't sleep. I just want to come up here and talk and chill and vibe. It got into a deeper convo. I don't hate that, but I just want to say I'm not trying to argue with nobody or fight. I don't want to argue. I can't argue with you. I'm not even happy, but I can't argue with you. No, I love Plies so fucking much. Why he came on the radio yesterday, bitch? Ran off on the blood twice. Woo. Kalani. You know what? People say that they love Kalani and Saweetie in this way. I'm not gonna give Saweetie too much, but the way people was hyping Kalani, I was surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. But I don't have that gene, whatever that gene is, where you see like a light skinned person built like a cigarette and you're like, damn, they look so sexy. I don't have it. I don't have it. I barely think Antonio Banderas is fine, bitch. Like it's just like, again, I feel like it's kind of like when light skinned people see other light skinned people. It's like, it's just two yellow starbursts. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I'm not trying to be on some fetishizer shit, but I feel like I really don't. I just don't see the hype. And again, maybe it could be my low self esteem. Maybe it could be my, I don't know. I just never thought like light skin was like better. But again, I'm grateful that I never had that socialization where I was like, there's just something going on here. Like, I never felt that. I remember people saying things about mixed people. Like I remember hearing people saying stuff like, "Oh, mixed people, like oh, mixed kids are the most beautiful kids," and it's like, how is that? Like when mixedness is so many different looks, like how can we be the most beautiful when we don't know what the fuck we about to look like? Even saying that is funny because mixed people can come out looking all different types of ways. Like we can look phenotypically all different types of ways. Like people be thinking people who are black and white mixed are fucking Asian, from the Trinidad, Hawaiian. Like in retrospect, it's comedic to think about how mixedness actually is like the big question mark. It's the big like who knows what you're gonna look like, and also. I think it does kind of undo in ways, not completely, because anti-blackness is strong as fuck, but it does kind of make people go like, because there are people who look white as fuck that have a black mama. Like, there's people that look Caucasian and their mama is black, and people are just like, can't compute. Like, they're just like, what? And again, there's people who have a white mama who look not deep dark skin, but are browner skin. And people are just like, how? And so, with that being said, I think that like the more mixed people are out here, I'm not goofy, and I don't think that mixed people are going to become like what I'll say is this. I think that the more people mix, the more that like people will maybe start to notice that like this shit is a construct more and more. That like there's no way to guarantee what you're gonna look like, and that mixedness as an identity should be going towards like aiding and abetting blackness, not existing as some buffer or some neutral space between races. But that's how it operates at this point. So that's what I was trying to offer. Ooh, the generational curse of the German Jewish man, bitch. Damn. You know what though? But here's my thing. I like to believe that if there's white people in your line, like those white ancestors might be able to help you sometimes, bitch. Like they might be able to help you every now and then. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not, like I just feel like maybe they was really cool. You know what I mean? Maybe they was really cool. I'm just like, man, I'm like Uncle Baba. Cause the way they was talking about him, they didn't seem like they didn't like his ass, right? So there's a party that's like Uncle Baba. Like I be wanting to call him sometimes and be like, "What's going on?" You know what I mean? Like, how come I can't find a picture of none of y'all? What really happened? Like, I feel like my father will never tell me the truth tea about his mama, cause she died giving birth to him. So that's a sore subject. But I always wonder what Miss Daisy looked like. Um, I'm crying. I don't think I have a stalker. I just think that people really don't like me because, like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say people don't like me. Let me not put that out there. What I feel like is I have been a wild bitch on the internet. I've been young on the internet. I'm what I started the internet or started like being online when I was 17 years old. Like that's when I started my first YouTube channels when I was 17. So I just want to be candid that like I was a baby. I was a little ass baby. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I had no fucking clue. And what's worse is my my like I feel like we were talking about this in the tarot party. Like we're in a time where like there's a need to reintroduce yourself. And so there's a part of me that feels like the way that I would behave before, or the ways that I would think before, or the ways that I used to think even like a year ago are not the same. And like I'm grateful because I haven't always been able to say that. There have been times where I felt stagnant in my thoughts. And at this point I think that I'm gaining confidence that isn't rooted in harming people. And so I think that that can really scare people. I think that when you can see so like you can see when people's confidence is coming from the fact that they're live, people care about them, they're getting all these super chats. Like there's a performance of when someone is just clearly like they're getting all this energy. People come here and we just be smoking and vibing and chilling. I'm not like operating the ways that I used to. I don't even feel like I'm performing as much as I used to. I think the level of candor and vulnerability is partly because I'm regulated, partly because late stage capitalism, and I feel like before, like I think that there was a different type of YouTube experience before, for me at least, where I felt like as YouTubers we had to come here and be like, we're people that are like we're like pseudo celebrities. Like it felt like we had to like it felt like we were Bravo. It felt like this was Bravo, bitch. Low key. And I feel like low key, I feel like at this point it's giving Nebula, it's giving so many, it's giving Wikipedia with video. Like it's just giving so much more now. And I think that it's like kind of making it clear like who's on the platform to like create and who's on the platform to just bullshit. And like I think that I'm doing a little bit of both, and I'm grateful to know that now. But at the same time, like back in the back, was I saying things that a child with no parents would say? Of course. Was I trying to get attention? Absolutely. Was I going about it the right way? No. Did I need guidance? Absolutely. Was I, did I have the grace, tact, humanity, empathy, compassion to ask for it? No. Did I even know that I was unwell? No. And so there's just a lot of ways that, like, I'm sure if I met someone today and like they never interacted with my internet presence, I probably feel like we could be acquaintances. But I feel like that's my Pam Beasley ass energy. Like that's my Sag Moon energy where I'm like I could meet anyone and be their friend. That's not true. But sometimes I feel like that, and I know that that's delusion, but there's times where I'm just like, why not? But again, I think that that energy has always been with me. I've always felt like who knows who can make a friend where. but I didn't always have the confidence to actually be in that. And so as much as I felt like I could make a friend anywhere, I didn't have like I just didn't have the empathy to like think about like why someone would be. I didn't have the emotional intelligence. There's just so much stuff I didn't have. And so I feel there's a part of me that feels like stressed about someone hating like the parts of me that were underdeveloped, that were trying to like play at humanity, like the ways that I really didn't feel like a whole person or didn't feel special other than like the internet. Like the internet made me feel special, and I feel like that's why I was on here so hard doing the things I was doing. realizing that I'm special because I see the specialness in everybody else. That is a special thing. We don't all get to that point where we're like, everyone's special. I'm not about to be on some delusional shit and be like, everybody beautiful, because obviously beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And what I think is beautiful, what you think is beautiful, probably worlds apart. With all that being said, I do think that being a more gentle person has come because I'm being more gentle to myself. I spend a lot of time like pushing myself to like do and be and appear to be and sound like and perform like, and I'm not doing that anymore. And I do think that some people are frustrated because that performance might have been real good, or might have just seemed like that's who this person is. But I think I was trying to perform like no one can hurt me. Nothing can be nothing, like nothing bothers me. Like I'm like, yeah, I'll be mad and hurt, but who cares? I'll bounce back from this shit. And I think like now I realize like that bitch was going through a lot. And I just think like the empathy I have for my youth or my younger self or even my 20s self, because I'm 34 now, but me in the 20s, I have so much empathy for that bitch because she was going through a lot and she did not have any guidance. There was nobody older than her that actually cared about her enough to actually be there and support. And so I feel like there's a part of me that feels a little bit of a like that feeling where you're just like, yeah, like, yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was mine. You know what I mean? It's like I wasn't good, but I was still me. I was still myself. And so I'm trying not to like hold on too tightly to like who I was because I'm not there anymore. But I also feel like the defensiveness of like knowing exactly like that your younger self was just didn't have it. And so you don't want to like sit there and try to punish yourself for like the ways that you were lacking. But some people will still like look at you and be like, you're still there, you're still that. And that shit sucks. It hurts. It feels like, damn, you can't shift, you can't become different, you can't live a different life, you can't make new decisions. But I think that that's again another symptom of being online or being chronically online, to think that like you're gonna always be anything is silly. And like when I look at all my videos, I personally feel like I'm time traveling, and that's why I've been encouraging people to make YouTube videos, because there's times where I look back at old videos and I be dying laughing, bitch. Like I be fucking crying because it's like, wow, like what I used to think, what I used to be saying, how I used to feel about certain things, ways that I would talk. Like it's just funny because it's like I feel like I'm watching someone that's dead. Like, which is funny as hell in retrospect. I know it probably sounds morbid to some of y'all, but just the ways that I was comfortable with disrespect, the ways I just felt like I deserved to be hurt. And even saying that, like, I want to cry so bad, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, I used to really think that, like, people hurting me was just like, and crying is fine. I'm just like, I'm not trying to derail myself with, like, crying about that because it's true. But now I don't feel like that. Like, now I really feel like if anyone's trying to hurt me, fuck you. Like, now I feel like, fuck you, bitch. Like, that's how I really feel. And that's why I'm like crying, because it's like, honestly, it took so long to get here, to get to a point where I'm like, fuck you if you think I deserve pain. Because I used to really think, like, that's just life. Life is just being hurt, being hurt, being hurt, being hurt, being scared, being scared, being scared, being scared. Having to fucking, like, watch everybody. Having to motherfucking take notes of everything. Having to motherfucking make a move just in case motherfuckers make a move on you. Like, having to think three steps ahead of people. I'm off of it. So it's like, if you really don't fuck with me, like, and you want to hurt me, like, just go ahead and do it. But just don't tell me about it. Like, just go ahead, though. Like, if you really think that's what I deserve, if you really think that that's what I deserve, I feel like that's what you deserve. That's what you think you deserve. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at this point. Like, if anyone's trying to hurt me, I just feel like, sweetie, like, at this point, I feel like if you really think anybody deserves pain, like, fuck you. But I know some people not gonna get it because unfortunately, like they're in pain, and so the standards being lowered for you means they're lowered for everyone else. That's why it's dangerous to be treating people like shit. Like that's what pure evil is. Pure evil is harshness without compassion. Like pure harshness without compassion. And so I just feel like that's the thing. Like when people talk to people without any compassion, whenever people like say me fucking terrible, it's like, sweetie, or like people be thinking evil is a demon. No, evil is literally applying pressure on somebody and acting like they can't shift. And we do that to ourselves too. Like we be acting like, oh, like don't be giving ourselves celebrations. That's why I'm doing tarot now. That's why I'm getting so caught up in it. And I lost like almost like 100 followers after I posted my last video. And honestly, I'm glad. Like, I feel like I used to really think, like, I used to really get excited that I had like 36,000 followers. I used to get really excited about that shit. But then I was just like, bitch, what is like, who are y'all? Like, and also, if I can't talk to y'all, if we can't like connect, like, what is the point? Like, I'd rather, like, that's why I'm starting a new channel. Like, I feel like that's really where I'm at. Like, I don't want to keep on like trying to, and like I just feel like the energy is giving like, oh, you can't change, you can't be new. I'm sorry, I am. I'm sorry, I am. Like I'm sorry that I am a different person. I'm genuinely sorry. Like I know it's kind of crazy when your favorite show changed. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Like the series went a different direction than you thought it was gonna go. Like I get it. Like I get it. Trust me, I dropped off on Misfits, man. That season with the girl and Rudy, I didn't like that shit either. Anyways, yikes. Listen, I'm not trying to say racism wasn't existing 10 years ago. That's what, not this guy's thing. You got me crying. Not your wife is ugly. No one said your wife was ugly. Yo, I'm sorry. I'm so behind. I'm so behind. Not your color homie at the cookouts, not like this. Oh, I got a block. Yo, I am so sorry, you guys. Like, I'm behind in the chat and I don't have any mods because it's like the butt crack of morning. Whoa. JB, my bad. People were mad about the standard of beauty. Not you're the problem, now leave. Not they all look like your brother. Not Pete Wentz. Good night. Nubia, you got me dying. He came to America and built riches, had a son with a deep dark skin black woman. Oh, JB superstar. Tell me more. Oh my goodness. Whoa, Nubia, what? Nubia. No, Nubia, I think you got that mixed up. That was JB Superstar Grandma. Okay, I appreciate you for saying that. And yeah, I was a teenager when I started my YouTube channel. Like, I don't expect anyone to understand like who the fuck I am. Bitch, I'm still figuring it out. I don't know either. I don't know. I used to be a fat bitch on the internet doing fucking videos talking about wear this clothes, wear these clothes, do your makeup like this, buy this wig. Like I used to do a lot of things online and I'm not doing that shit no more. And it's really no shade to anybody who's doing that shit now. It's just to say that like I am changing, I am growing, I'm getting older, all those things, and I think that it's messy as fuck. And I'm glad to be here for sure. Like I'm hella grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have anybody watch me. What I was trying to say about the follower count thing is I don't care about how many people are here as much as I care about how I feel when I'm here. And that is a shift that I know I was not feeling like before. I used to really care about how many people were clicking and viewing and liking. Now I'm like, babes, I really just want to create community. I don't want to be like, I have no desire to be like the center of attention. It's fun to come up here and talk, but I'd rather talk with y'all. I'd rather like figure out a way for all of us to communicate. I'd rather find a way for all of us to benefit and win from the fact that we're on the internet at this time and there are ways to benefit and win from the internet at this time. Like I just had a conversation the other day where I was like, we should probably, like, there's people out here that would probably be really good empathetic listeners. Why isn't there an empathetic listening line that's created by femmes of color that are like queer, fat, disabled, people that literally can't leave their house to go to work, but who do have value and do have things to offer? Like me and Dane were talking about a queer dog walking service where other queer people could hit up other queer people for like pet care and shit like that. Cause it's like, who knows? Who knows who will come to your house? And you don't really fuck with them, you know what I mean? How can we like create a space where queer people can get their needs met through all types of like services and gigs. And so that's where my mind is at right now, is like how we can create networks of care that not only empower us to be there for each other and provide mutual aid, but how can we shift resources? You know, that's where I'm at. Alterel, you are so kind. You are so kind. Um, Faith. Oh my goodness, it's been a moment. What up, Faith? Hope you're well. Hope all is well. Dominique, thank you for waking up. Thank you for waking up. Thank you for modding. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If anybody wants to mod and you've been here for a while, please let me know. Cause honestly, the comment section be going and I be behind. I'm still behind on the comment section. What time did you get here online, baby? I'm not trusting God. Not suffering brings about character. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Not strengthen yourself and don't let them unbalance you. That's the thing. I want everybody to know, baby, I'm still good. Like, I didn't want to cry because I feel like people be seeing tears as weakness. But the truth of the matter is, crying, at least in my experience, is just it's just what I fucking do, bitch. Like, I have access to my tears and I'm not about to feel no way about that because I think unfortunately, I feel like I know a lot of people who can't cry. And I think about the softness that cry. I think about the regulation crying offers us. Because we be saying softness all the time, and I don't want to weaponize it like that. I just want to be candid that, like, crying does put me back together. Because some people just start fighting. You know what I mean? Like, I think about that response to stress and how, like, my body is like, water. Water on it. Put some water on it. Put a little water on it. Some of y'all, when y'all get stressed, maybe like I used to rip papers up in my pocket. Like there's all types of ways that you have to, your body has to get that out of you. And so, yeah, I'm gonna stop shaming myself for crying. Hopefully soon, but I definitely didn't want to cry because I felt like in the moment I was trying to be like fuck you, but it's like I'm really a soft ass bitch. Like that's really the truth. Like I really am not a fighter. Like I've never been that. And so I think anytime I've ever tried to be tough, it's just funny because it's like I'm really not that. And I'm actually really grateful. I don't want to be tough, you know? I don't want to be a ginger snap, okay? I don't want to be a tough cookie. All right? I want to be a crumble cookie, okay? I want to be a softie. I want to be that cookie when you like kinetic sand when you open my ass up, okay? I want my shit to be moist and sopped up. Um Yeah, look, programmer is bugging. The new channel is not already created, but yeah, no, I'm definitely making a new channel. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, I don't want to be a Patreon person, but there is a part of me that feels like because like motherfuckers is so weird, and there's a part of me that feels like maybe making a $5 Patreon tier just so I can be candid, more candid over there. It's not about making money at this point. It's just about the fact that like some people think that it makes sense to tell me that I'm gonna go to jail soon. Some people think it makes sense to try to threaten me with jail, and it's just like the fact that you're a person of color and like you think that it makes sense to try to intimidate me on a platform that I literally have had since I was a literal child. Like, I don't know, it's not clicking. I don't know, it's not clicking. People really think that the world is like not ending or hasn't already ended, but it has. Like, we're clearly in a new world. I'm not trying to stress you out. I'm just trying to let you know we're not in the same world. Some of y'all don't realize that yet. I know most of y'all that are here do. But the people that think it makes sense to be trying to tell people you gonna call the cops, sweetie, either call them or fuck you. Like, honestly, either call them or go. Like, I just feel like the people that are really wanting to, like, agitate or cause fear in people that are, like, doing things that the state would absolutely kill them for, I don't see your point. But I do believe personally that you are evil. And I think that, unfortunately, when people are operating out of evilness, it's easy to say it's a demon. It's much harder to acknowledge that this person has a lack of fucking empathy and compassion, and they truly believe harshness is the only way to communicate. If that is you, and that's the other thing too, that same person came into my comment section and tried to rile me up and try to make me feel like you'll never change, you'll always be the same bitch. And it's like, if that's the case, If that's the motherfucking case, why are you here? Because it just begs the question. It's like, are you wanting to watch Groundhog's Day? Are you a Bill Murray fan? Do you just want to keep seeing the same shit over and over again? Because it's giving that to me. It's I feel like genuinely it's obvious I have shifted in behavior. If other people don't see that in me, that's okay. I didn't do it for you. I didn't do this for you. I'm not doing this for any of you. I'm doing this for me. I would like to heal. I genuinely would. I have never healed ever. I've been saying that I'm healing. I've been saying it a long time. I never healed. I'm not healing. I've not healed in the past. I'm only now beginning to understand like what healing looks like. Because before I thought it was just going to the gym, getting an exercise routine, buying a bunch of shit, uh, attempting to meditate, attempting to do yoga consistently. Like I really thought healing was like putting a bunch of burdens on your back and trying to start a new lifestyle. I really thought that's what healing was for a long time. Maybe some of y'all do too. But I saw something the other day that said, tell your story. Because one day you're going to see, one day you're going to turn around and notice that everything you said, everything you shared, all the ways you were vulnerable turned into someone's survival guide. And so I refuse to believe that the ways that I've existed on here hasn't impacted y'all. And I know it has because people have told me, like, when you broke silence about this thing, like, I felt like, damn, that's what I'm going through. And, like, I can finally say this. I understand that not everyone's gonna have the space to hear someone say something really emotionally heavy and triggering and traumatizing. I understand that, but for the girlies that are traumatized already, for the girlies that come to the club already bruised up, battered, and covered in bandages, like, I see you and I don't want you to go back home. Like, I want you to stay on the dance floor. I want you to just acknowledge, like, it's important for you to be here. And so I think that it's kind of like the girlies that post the depressed girlies that like, and I feel like that's another thing. I feel like I can't even name anybody because I feel like I don't even watch content like that. But I know there's girlies out there that are depressed, that talk about being depressed, that talk about, what the depression is giving or how they move through depression, or like I know I've seen videos where it's like, I'm depressed and so this is my routine for when I'm depressed, is how I get things done, even though I don't have the spoons to do X, Y, or Z. And I appreciate people who do that, or people that talk about how, they're poor and so this is how they get food. Like, that shit is necessary. Like, so many people have shared things online that have helped us. And I know that some people may not see the point in a fat bitch crying, being angry, being aggy, cussing out white bitches on the street. Like, I understand that there's not a lane for my content, like, for everybody. Like, everybody's not gonna see the worth. But I do think that unfortunately for them, the internet is free. And and I get to be on here just like them, and I get to exist just like them. And I think that's why I'm encouraging all of y'all, because if you've been here for a long time, I think that it's probably safe to say that you may be also carrying some pain. I think it's safe to say that you may also be a truth teller in your family. You may be the one in your family that everybody thinks is crazy, but really you just want to be respected and loved and treated like a fucking person. And people think that if they do that for you, then who are they gonna shit on? Who gonna be the scapegoat if they can't be mean to you? If you can't get bullied, if they can't bully you, who they gonna bully? So that's my energy now as a person. Um, I'm crying. That's my energy, y'all. My energy is I don't want to be bullied. I do not want to be bullied no more. I don't want to be a scapegoat. I don't want to be the one that people think it's funny to be hurting. I don't want to be hurting. And I think that that's a hard thing to say when you are used to being hurt, when you know that you're the one that they want to hurt, when you know you're supposed to just shut up and take it. And so I just want y'all to know, if that's you, if that's ever been you, I love you. I'm sorry that that ever was the case. You never deserve to be hurt. You never deserve to be the one that people think is stupid, bad, just not doing, can't get right. You know what I mean? All those things are fucking devastating. So I just hope you know, like, you never deserve that unkindness, that weirdness, that shadiness, that ugliness, that doubt. Like I was saying in that tarot party, like a lot of us have been lied to bad, so that other people could feel strong. And so, what does it feel like to be strong sometimes? Saying no, telling people fuck you, telling people actually you really thought I was gonna do that, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do any of that. What are the rules? Don't be fat phobic. Don't be transphobic. Don't be stankin' weird. Be kind. That's what I'm saying. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, I literally woke up this morning with motherfuckers trying to motherfucking tell me like I need like that motherfucking that jail is on the way for me and that like just wishing things upon me, just putting things on me, and it's just like, sweetie, it's like you've been here for how long? You've been watching my channel for how long? And you think now is the time to tell me I'm gonna go to jail? You think now is the time to tell me, like, you really think right now is the time? I be so worried about people and like where their mind is at in this time, bitch. It's like, girl, and I'm not trying to invoke nobody, but now is not the time to be calling the police on people. Now is not the time to be talking about the police. Now is not the time. I understand some of y'all really do not think that it's like that deep, but I promise you, like, how many people gotta get fucking shot for no reason? How many people gotta get shot for no fucking reason? How many people? And again, what's the point of trying to scare me? Like, I don't understand that. Like, again, as I've said, I'm soft as fuck, but I'm not available for mistreatment. Don't come on my channel trying to motherfucking intimidate me, sweetie. I could go to jail for so many motherfucking things. Girl. And you know what, and you know what, and I'm grateful I've never had to experience that, and I'm very grateful I've not had to experience that at all. But my God. You would really think I was an evil bitch? No, I was just fat and talking, bitch. Like, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like that's my worst crime, is I was a fat bitch talking a lot. You know, that's how I really feel about it. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, you know what? I have a signal, but I had a Discord for a little bit. I'm down to go back on Discord. Definitely down to go back, cause Dane told me that, if I wanted to use their MacBook, they said they were cool with it, and I really feel like that might be a cute way to actually stream. What's the move for breakfast, bitch? What's the move, bitch? I'm about to eat this motherfucking sushi burrito, and I'm about to fucking eat this cookie and this cupcake, bitch. That's what I know. I know that I'm about to have me a heavy carb, heavy fat breakfast. Yes, God. I literally got this sushi burrito last night. I could not finish it. I was so mad. I hate that for me. Usually I'm a very great eater. Usually don't have a problem clearing a sushi burrito, but that one was not playing with my ass last night. However, I know this morning, I know some people like a sushi burrito for breakfast. Absolutely. What the fuck? Absolutely. Goddamn. I wish every day. I low-key want to learn how to make this shit because I feel like you just need to get the big seaweeds. That's all you need is to get the big seaweeds. I'm crying. Not Gabrielle. A spot in Discord. Okay, bet. Word. I'm excited. I'm excited. That's all I gotta say. Also, this is unrelated to everything I've been talking about, but I don't know how many people watch Mayowa's World. She is a deep dark skin creator who talks about colorism, featureism, but she put out a video recently that really had me sitting. It was a video about lengthism and about black women's obsession with long hair. And one of the pieces that she said, one of the parts of the video that really had me sitting with, like, just the ways that, like, the erasure of black features happens, and her talking about how when black women say that they want to have long hair, they say I want to have long hair. They don't say I want to have long hair. And I was like, and that really kind of punched me in my noggin, that, like, even when, like, someone's hair doesn't grow like this, that's still a symbol for length. Whereas when someone who is black's hair is growing, it's growing in a circle, it's growing in a spiral up. And so just the ways that like even when people talk about hair length, they're still seeing it through the lens of whiteness, or seeing their length through the lens of whiteness and the way that white hair hangs. But also the ways that like her as a freeform natural, freeform lock natural, and her talking about how people used to think she was a stud because she's also a queer person, and how people used to think that her partner or she was the masculine person in the relationship, because she had locks that were shorter, and how like when your locks are short, people project like masculinity on you, queerness on you, just all the ways that like people see short hair on black women as like a gay thing or as a masculine or a butch thing. And I appreciated her acknowledging that, because I do think that like with my hair short and natural, even though I am a mixed femme person, I do know that at times people will confuse me for a black person. And so when I do my hair certain ways, certain styles, and it's short this way, and I'm in certain like locations. Also, this person recently told me that people think I'm a top because I'm tall, and I was like, there's so many short tops though. Like like not rest in peace, justice for the short tops. You know what I mean? Justice for the short tops. Because I'm just like, damn, bitch. I did not know that being tall gave top energy, but I guess that makes sense. Like, I guess. I'm like almost 6'1". Look, I was 5'11" and 3/4 for a long time. And then I had like a late in life growth spurt, which I didn't know was real. But apparently you can still keep growing later in life, which is fucked up. Apparently you can gain a couple inches later in life. I think it's called like a 30. I think you go through a second puberty in your 30s. And so I went through another puberty or some shit. But it was whack. It was very whack. Hated it. All my pants look crazy. They don't really make like a fat tall. Like they really don't. Like if you're fat, they really expect you to be short as fuck. Like all the fat bitch clothes rarely hit for a tall fat bitch. I hate that shit. Like y'all short fat bitches, y'all are so lucky, cause they really expect us to have little legs. Recently, or recently, like I said, I was 5'11" and 3/4 like my whole career. I don't think I've ever told y'all any other height. But last time I checked, excuse me, Kayla G, hey BB. But yeah, no, me and my little burrito, we gonna be all right. But yeah, no, as I was saying though, before I started like spiraling, I do think that like people talking about people going to prison, talking about people going to jail, talking about trauma, drama, just like I just don't understand that. I'll never get it. But again, like people will go online and will say anything because it don't matter. And that's how I used to feel too. I used to feel like the internet doesn't matter. Like it is what it is. Like we just out here. Now I'm like, bitch, this is fucking the real world. That's what people don't want to think about. That's what people don't want to think about. This is more the real world than the world we living in right now. It's not fucked up. And I don't mean that in the terms of like, yes, we have to pay bills and eat food and shit. What I'm trying to say is like, I've made deeper connections online than I've ever made in real life. It's just the truth. I've been able to talk to people from all different walks of life and make deeper connections. I'm not saying every person that I've met in real life wasn't able to be deeper connected with me. I'm crying. Not am I getting better nutrition. Bitch, no. Bitch, here's the thing. I want to be candid that I have always been a fat bitch that has taken care of themselves. I have not always known how to cook well. I think that's the thing. Like, I feel like I've not always known how to cook. I've been a fat bitch that like was doing my best. But I for a long time did not believe in looking at recipes because my mom is a narcissist and she never used a recipe. My mom would just go in the kitchen and make magic, and I would just be like, Bitch never taught me one recipe. So with that being said, like my food, my eating habits have been takeout, uh, pasta. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna be so for real. As I've said multiple times, I'm soft, but I am not available for mistreatment. Um, don't we all get taller at some point? I mean, not in your 30s. Usually, like the older you get, you start shrinking. Like the older you get, you can start losing inches. I didn't know you gained inches. I didn't know there was a second puberty, but look into it. But I feel like in your late 20s, there's a second puberty. Not Dane is helping my height. You're funny as hell. Like I was saying though, I never knew how to cook before, but living with my friends in Hazel Park like a few months ago, like when I was at my friend's house for like 6 months, all my friends can cook, and I remember my friend who's a Virgo was like, "All my bitches know how to cook," and I was like, "Well, I'm your bitch, and I need to learn." And I just feel like living there, just the way that they cook and the way that they cook together, like, I just feel like I lived with a couple, you know the type, they buy everything in doubles and they fit together just like a puzzle. And I love their love and I am grateful that someone gets what has been promised by all those fairy tales that drugged us. Again, it's a poem. It's actually a song, but it doesn't matter. Like it's like their life literally was that song. Like they literally bought everything in doubles and they were so perfect. And like again, I know they're not really perfect, but I feel like even the one time I heard them fight, it was just such a wild fight because it was just so like respectful. It was just like the most respectful argument I've ever heard. It was like the most measured experience of like it was just so fascinating to see two people who are in love fight and like just it not get down to like screaming or wildness. Like there was emotional expression, but it just was so measured and like it fucked me up to this day because I'm just like, damn, like I know what it sounds like when people fight, and I don't think I've ever heard anybody love anybody in a fight. Like, and that fucked me up, but in a good way. But like I said, like I feel really grateful that like now that I know how to cook, I can actually care for myself in a better way. I also want to be candid that ever since I found out that like the whole time we're alive, we're just cooking, I'm just thinking about food that cools the body. So that's why I'm eating a sushi burrito. It's not, I mean, it's a shrimp on there that's cooked, but still, you know what I mean? It's multi-healthy, multi-like, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm trying to, just trying to change how my eating habits or whatever. But Dane actually doesn't know how to cook, and we're actually working on that. Like, I actually told them, I was like, the only way I will really date you is if you take a cooking class. And I could tell he was shook about that, but I'm like, bitch, like, I'm not, like, bitch, I am not the same person. I'm like, sweetie, if you're not willing to level up to be with me, what's the point? Because I was like, because I literally told him, I was like, I will never be the bitch that asks you for less. I'm gonna always want more from you. So either you gonna take a cooking class or, and he was like, okay, like, don't get me wrong. I know he's scared. I know he's worried, as he should be. Like, as he should be. Cooking is scary as hell. But I'm going to try to show him a couple basic things. Like, I remember I taught him how to, like, pick fruit in the grocery store, and he was, like, about to cry. And then one time, like, bitch, we made bacon together, and he, like, literally was, like, about to, like, he literally is always misty, because he's like, I don't really know how to use the kitchen. Like, I just feel like his lifestyle, his family, very interesting dynamics. Like I think that like because he's the boy of the family, like they were like just do boy stuff, and it was like yikes. And I feel like his mom is very much like women cook, and I don't think that she really cared that her son, excuse me, that her son could learn these things. I think she was more focused on herself, which is fine, but I just see ways that their dynamic is a little bit enmeshed, and I think he's seeing it the more content we watch together, and like that's why we're not in a relationship, because it's like we could not be together. We can be friends, we can be in proximity. Romantically speaking, we're so not there. So it's like my thought process is like, even me saying like, if you want to be with me, you need to take a cooking class. Like that's rejection. Let's be clear. Like I like Dane, I do, but I'm trying to like push him away from me in a loving way. It may not seem that way, but I'm like, I'm like, learn a new skill. I hope that he, in the midst of it, realizes it's not about learning it for me. It's about learning it because you want to learn how to fucking survive. You know what I mean? Because it's like, there's definitely moments where I'll, like, don't get me wrong, I cook for myself and, like, I'll offer, but there's definitely moments where I'm like, good luck. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bitch, I'm not your wife. I'm not your mom. I'm nobody. Okay. Like, I love when people use like just their one to say some really unhinged shit. Like, I love it. Not you cooking a lot now. What do you cook the most though? What up, Shed? Three of my favorite zodiac signs: Virgo, top list Virgo. I have to say Libra just because y'all are always on me. Libras just can't leave me alone, so I'm gonna say Libra. And I feel like probably Cancer, honestly. Probably Cancer. Just cause I feel like I don't know about y'all, but I feel like Cancer people are funny as fuck. I feel like they see all the slicks weird shit that's going on in the earth and they're like I just feel like they always have something funny to say. I don't think I've ever been around a Cancer and wasn't laughing. That's why I like Libra so much, because Libra are goofy as fuck as a standard. So I feel like I like the Libras and the Cancers for the silliness. Not period poo, I'm crying. What's up? What's up, grandson? How you doing, grandson? Um, Steaks, mashed potatoes, pastas, and lobsters. Okay. Chicken and rice, fried chicken. Ooh. What kind of fried chicken you got? Okay, Gemini. I'm crying. Oh, excuse me. What up, Cancer? Ooh, pork chops. Damn, bitch. How you be cooking your pork chops? What's like like, can anybody tell me what's their holy grail favorite seasoning? Like, what seasoning gotta be in there no matter what? Because for me, I feel like no matter what, there gotta be some sazon in it. My mom was always using sazon. She always had a box of sazon in the house, some adobo, some sofrito, the green one or the red one, bitch. We always had some kind of spice, bitch. And I just feel like I feel like sazon gotta be on it. Thank you, grandson. I appreciate you, grandson. Ranch, you know what? I wanted to get some Hidden Valley Ranch because I had ranch potatoes, a ranch mashed potatoes, and it was so good. The slap your mama is a bad bitch. You know who else I like? I like that paste in the fucking in the herb section, in the veggie section, the basil paste and the fucking the roasted garlic paste. You're trolling about ranch, bitch. Ranch seasoning be fucking giving okay. You gotta have it with a very Caucasian piece of chicken. You gotta have it with a very seasonless chicken. You know what I mean? A very grilled, just some grill lines on it. I'm telling you, that's when it comes out. Oh, smoked paprika. You said Lowry seasoned salt. Okay, Lowry. Okay, Carmen. Carmen, you look so beautiful. I'm loving the lip. Um, Onion powder. Okay. Garlic salt. Okay. Bitch, why the fuck did I buy fucking cracked pepper or the why did I buy a pepper grinder from Dollar Tree? I had to open that shit up and bite one of these hoes because I was like, what is this? Like, bro, like I'm not saying this to be crazy, but you know, you can't buy everything at Dollar Tree. Can someone please help me real quick? Can we just really quickly put together a guide for Dollar Tree, like what makes sense to get from there? Because I have really played myself. I have really played myself a couple times at Dollar Tree, so I just want to put that out there that like I genuinely want so badly to just make sure. Exactly, $1.25. They need to call it the Dollars Tree, cause I'm spending dollars now. I'm spending dollars now. It's not just Dollar Tree, baby. It's Dollars Tree. I don't watch anime like that, but Sailor Moon. You said Dollar Tree easy to steal from. I mean, Dollar Tree got one person that worked there. Let's be clear. Like Dollar Tree got one person that stand behind the register and a manager on duty who may or may not come out the back. And just because they come out the back may not mean anything. You know, it may not mean a thing. But yeah, no, I genuinely don't think that Dollar Tree is going to get my business again when it comes to black peppercorns because I ain't never seen no shit like that. Not $2 hoe store. I'm crying. Scared of trolling because you might eat me. Look at you go though. Look at you go. Look at you go. And look at you go. All right. Yes. Good night. With that being said though, I'm going to keep on sloppily eating my burrito because apparently there's some feeders on this channel. I love it. I'm gonna be real. Finding out that my channel is half watched by men, uh, it stressed me out. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. Okay, listen, God can't bless me that much, sweetie. God cannot bless me that much, so we're gonna give you a little 30-minute timeout because it's a lot of blessings. We happy for the blessings, but how many blessings? A Dollar Tree run and got a few things. They have $3 and $5 items now, along with the one. Oh wow, they do have $3 and $5 items. They do. They do. They do. I remember one time they had this speaker where you had to lay your phone on top of it. I don't know what kind of technology it was, but you laid your phone on top of the speaker and that's how it worked. It's like Dollar Tree fucks me up because it's a reminder that there's so much in this country that costs really little to get, but they'll actively give you like it's like Dollar Tree is low key like the defective quality, it seems. It just seems like they're giving you like the rotten stuff, the stuff that's almost rotten. Because that's how I felt about those peppercorn. It felt like those are the peppercorns that didn't pass inspection. Like they didn't pass the quality test for any other peppercorn consumer conglomerate. And so they're giving you the dried peppercorns. They're still trying to make a profit off of what they would have gotten nothing off of. They might have actually had to pay money to destroy them. So it's gonna cost maybe less. What up, Ren? Hope you're doing well. I know that you like dipped out before the last tarot card party, but I did want to let everybody know that there is gonna be a tarot party on Sunday. My plan is to all the people that care about going to the tarot party, or all the people that are, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to like move on some abusive relationship. I'm trying to move in the night. I'm trying to move in the night, bitch. I'm trying to tell my friends, like, listen, you know, me and Rodney ain't working out. Like, I need all of y'all to pop up at 11:30 p.m. Got all my shit loaded in the back. I need y'all to just back into the garage and let me just throw this shit up in there because I don't want to be here anymore. But that's not really how I feel. Like, I just feel like for the people that are wanting more from my channel, wanting more content from me, like I would rather like have this space be a chill space, and then if I notice people or I see people that I'm like, oh, you know, like they're like, some of y'all message me on Instagram and we link or whatever, but I'm really not trying to be out here like that anymore because I just feel like, again, that person trying to tell me like, oh, like, you know, be careful, like, oh, you know, you're like, things are coming, things are bad, things are like, it's like, girl, it's like, go, like, just go. Like, I'll never understand the people that want to be a bully, but live life, you know, live life. Like, if you want to be that girl, you want to be the girl that's trying to scare people or trying to make people feel like what they're doing for survival is so wrong and, like, they deserve jail time, like, that's fine. Like, I don't know what to say to people like that other than please leave me alone. Like, that's really where I'm at. Like, I feel like I bother nobody. I come here, I smoke my weed, I try to give more than I fucking take, and I try to dip on out and give y'all time to go do whatever the fuck it is that y'all be doing out here in the world. I know y'all got a lot going on. I'm just a random bitch. I like to spend time with y'all. I like to fucking be social with y'all, but outside of that, like, I really don't want too much from y'all, you know? You don't have to worry about me. Just know that. No. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much. You're fine for falling asleep. Ooh, the product called Awesome. I saw that. See, here's my thing. I feel like people have a lot of information about who I was for sure. I feel like who I was is, very traumatized, very, like, I'm still traumatized, but I was a little bit more wanting, like, the attention of people. I feel like at this point, I'm grateful for the people that see me and have the capacity to engage, but I'm no longer in this idea like, oh, I'm trying to be viewed by everybody. Like, I'm not feeling like that. I used to really want the views. I used to really want. I'm not saying I don't want to be viewed. What I'm trying to offer is, like, I used to want more than what I had. And now I'm just grateful for anyone that stuck around long enough to see me transform. But other than that, I'm good. Like, I'm not really trying to use this space to do too much other than just exist. Not you, bully back. I'm crying. I mean, I got a Sag moon, so my energy is very much like, I'm sorry, but my placements don't allow me to stay in mess. Like, I really just try to leave. Like, I really just try to leave. I really just try to get away. I don't feel comfortable being in mess. Like, that's why I come here and talk about shit, because once I talk about it, I can see it for what it is. Like, once I strategically figure out what's all happening and I say it out loud, I see the board. And then I can make my next move. But if I don't have that space to talk about what happened, like, I'm not gonna know what to do. I will feel out of sorts. Like, I spend a lot of time like talking because baby, it's a lot of stuff going on. But once I get it all untangled, then I'll be like, okay. Venus and Aqua. Also, sidebar, all of the tarot cards have placements. Like, I actually found two placements or two cards that are like one of them I found because I did a tarot spread based on my birth chart, which you can do online. It's very free. Like, I can send people links if they want to DM me. But I know that my sun sign, sun in Capricorn, is Four of Pentacles, which I think is like Lord of Material Success, I believe, and then or Lord of Material Discipline or something, and then the my Venus is in the Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius, which is a tricky placement because the fives are not a good placement. Like, where five, the number five in fives is like seen to be like an evil place, or an evil number, or a number where like people. I think it's run by like Hased or Malkut. I'm blanking on it. I want to say it's Hased though, and Hased is like the fifth. The fifth. There's like a tree of life, and there's Sephiras, and like the fifth one is Hased, and it's like the root of evil. And as I was saying here, like, the root of evil is not necessarily some demonic force. It's just like harshness with no let up, like stress and anger, depression with no like crack of sunlight, with no crack of motherfucking spark of happiness or joy, like no nothing other than that stress. That's how the fives are so easy to read in tarot, because typically all of them are bad. In that they're not good cards to get. Mars and Aquarius, man, that's a fighter. You're definitely a strategic one. Hoodoo tarot deck. Ooh, thank you for telling me. I'm very interested. I'm so sorry. That last comment really threw me. Woo, Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, I was. There was something I was just telling you about, but I'm like literally blanking on it right now. Oh, yeah, no, so the fives in tarot, Venus and Aquarius, it's not a good placement, and which sucks, cause like having my Venus or my love chakra in like Venus and Aqua, it makes it so that like I'm good at this. I'm good at like being in a group of people. I'm good at like working a crowd. I'm good at like reading tarot for a group of people. I'm good at like talking amongst a group of people, running a class, leading something. But like when it comes to like romantic love, I struggle. I struggle so hard with one to one, cause I just don't trust people. Honestly, like even if I'm with somebody romantically, I still don't trust their ass. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I just feel like trust is not real. Like Loki, just cause again, like or I shouldn't say trust isn't real, but like it hasn't been for me. Like I feel like just even like having to, even like being online and having a partner, it's like, you know, anything can happen. Glitter flies, you are so sweet. You're so fucking sweet. I'm fucking crying. I'm just crying when he called me Big Mama. I wanted to die. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm. Ooh, not bad vibes. I'm sorry to hear that. The Oracle Love Deck by Angel Lady Doreen. I'm glad that y'all are talking about this though. It seems like y'all may have something in common. I know that I want to get the African American tarot deck again. I want to look and see who made it and manufactured it though, and the art and the art on it though, because people be saying shit is African American and it don't be, and like I just want to support like folks that are from America, that are black. The deck is supposed to be blending in like some imagery from Africa and some imagery from historical Black American moments, and I thought the deck was really gorgeous. I really appreciated it. Glitter flies, glitter flies, glitter flies. That part. It's like honestly, and I tell Dane every day. I'm like, I fuck with you, but like I don't fucking trust nobody right now. And to be honest, I'm like, if I need to take back some access to me, that's gotta be fine. And he's like, I understand completely. Like he's never fought with me on anything. Like low key, bitch. I told him he could put some stuff in my bathroom because he'd be here all the time, and then I was like, nah. I was like, I told him he could use my spare key. I took that shit back. Like, cause I was just like, no. Like, I was like, I don't know you like that. Like, I want to know you more. Like, I want to get closer with you, but this ain't the way. Like, I need to actually back up off you. And so he took everything. Like, he like literally brought a bunch of stuff into the bathroom, put it in there. But then like, tell me why. Like that night, I was going to the bathroom and I looked in the drawer that he was using, and he left the Cottonelle wipes. And I sent him a message and I was like, damn. I was like, even though I told you like you can't leave your stuff here no more, you still wanted my booty to be fresh. And he's like, absolutely. He's like, I understand why you feel apprehensive about me having all my shit there. He's like, I understand. Like it wasn't no argument or nothing. He just packed his shit and was like, I get it. So, you know, it's little moments like this that make me feel more comfortable, but still. Still, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he already knows. Like, no, fuck you. I'm scared. But I almost cried though, honestly. I almost cried for real, because I got no bidet, bitch. And honestly, when you're fat, you cleaning your booty is a lot. People don't talk about it. People don't talk about it enough for me. People don't talk about it enough for me. I don't know what skinny booties do. I don't purport to know. But having booty, yeah, you gotta get up in there, bitch. You gotta get up in there. You gotta get up in there. It's a lot. I don't want to go too much into it because, bitch, I already know half my channel is men watching. So, goddamn it, I feel like motherfuckers be jacking. I feel like this is where the live be going left, and then people be jacking off. So let me stop. Let me earn my coin. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. But he was taught by an astrologer. Oh, JB Superstar, that's cool as fuck. Oh my god. You know what? You are such a fucking Capricorn. Like you was like, bitch, I was out there. Dressed up. I know that's right, and getting paid. Bitch, you about to get me, I'm about to go get me a hoop skirt or some shit. Cause honestly, bitch, I already know wearing a costume. I already know wearing a costume. But I'm just saying though, like when you have a big booty, cleaning out your big booty, getting all the crevices and the crumbs, getting into your crack. Cause when you're fat, you have a booty crack. Crevice. Alley at this point. I have a butt alley, bitch. And I just feel like with that being said, for all of my fat bitches, if you don't have a bidet, my heart goes out to you. Because when I was living with the white people, the way I was bideting, and now I'm bidoting, and it's sad. You started doing tarot after you cheated on your husband. Not how do I wash, bitch. I use the African bath net. When I found out about the African bath net, and honestly, girlies, like it's even good on the feet. I would say get a separate one for your foot. Personally, me, as a bitch with a hoof, but I appreciate using an African bath net. It do. It do. It do. It do. I'm crying at you reading tarot because you was cheating on your husband. That's funny as fuck. See, I put my leg up in the corner. I put my leg up in the corner, and then that's how I get up in it. For me. Or I'll sit on the edge, honestly. I don't know how many other people are sitting on the edge of their tub because they don't got a bench. Testimony. Testimony for the girls sitting on the edge, baby. For the girls sitting on the edge, spreading it, washing their coochie. Just that bend. But yeah, no, bitch, I'm not about to just squat in the tub and fall down and roll over and bust my head and fall in the toilet. Like, all that's not happening to me, bitch. Not at all. Ever since I scraped them calluses off my feet, bitch, I've been sliding everywhere, bitch. I slid on the carpet the other day, bitch. I don't know what it's like to not have a foot that can't grip. I don't know what it's like to not have hooves. The way my feet feel brand new, bitch, this shit I feel like a baby, bitch. I feel crazy as fuck. So no. No thanks. Nope, I finally found the right pumice for my feet. And apparently all of y'all been sliding around. That's why people fall so fucking much, I'm realizing. Like, I was actually a sturdier bitch when I had my calluses. But I really scraped off at least 12 years. At least 12 years worth of foot off my feet. Jamal R., I appreciate you for telling me that. I believe it was a black man, but I was wondering about all the artistry because there's a lot of art in it, and I wasn't sure if he was the one who created all of it. Calluses have their purpose, indeed, indeed, indeed. Like, it's like, don't get me wrong, my feet are feeling so much better, but I feel in danger now in a way that I never did before. Like, when I had calluses on my feet, I really, like, bitch, I used to walk in the parking lot on a hot day, no shoes, and I was good. Now, girl, it's the way I almost got a 3rd-degree burn. Like, I literally was like, yo, I was really protected. I am protected. Bitch, Janae Aiko, bitch, trigger protection mantra, bitch. Honestly, I was protected. I'm not, you know what, let me stop, because I know that they be watching me. I'm not gonna put my feet on here, bitch. We're not about to become a feet channel. But I'm just saying that, like, the way my foot used to really be able to grip the earth. Goat things, Capricorn goat things. But these new feet, oh God, no. And I'm actually afraid to go get a pedicure with my friend now because I'm like, bitch, they can't get more softer. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, bitch. I'm not used to this. I'm used to being able to, if my foot actually connected with somebody, I might be able to scratch the shit out them, no nail. You feel what I'm saying here? Like, before my foot might have been able to, you know what I mean? And just greater. Yeah. Yeah, yes. No, my feet have been hurting because the callus usually is there. And now it's gone. Yeah, no, I did a great job. But goodness. Yeah, well, I mean, probably don't want to fucking snatch off all your shit. I just feel like if you are creating somebody else's foot, it's completely different. Because there were definitely moments where I was like, damn, I'm going hard as fuck right now. If somebody else was doing this to me, I might have a lawsuit on my hand. You know what I mean? Like, I might could sue. Like, yeah, no, same. Yeah, I've been fucking doing the little dermis shit because I feel like I've always had like a darker mark like right here. I know part of it is like just having a cheekbone, but part of it is hyperpigmentation. And so I noticed that when I I don't think it's called hydroplane. I feel like I'm drunk as hell for saying that. But whatever, the dermaplane, like it's giving hello. Words mean things. But no, like I actually used to not realize that I had fucking hair on my face, like little hairs. But I know that they're not bad for you. I don't want to make it seem like you have to do that, but I know for the makeup girls, some of them like to cut the little hairs off their face. But some people were saying that it's good to keep like dirt. Like apparently, like the little hairs that be on your face are good for dirt, to trap dirt, so that like you don't get sick or some shit. I don't know, babe. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. All I do know is sometimes I be cutting the little hairs off my face, and I like how I look afterwards. I like how my skin looks afterwards. I just did that shit yesterday. But I also have like little chin hairs and like I have some hairs down here too, and so sometimes I just get all of them. Cause why not? But I don't really care that much, but I care enough to do it every now and then. You know what I mean? Like if I haven't done it in a week or so, I won't really think about it. Also, bitch, I have some kind of good news. So, a couple weeks ago, or actually, I don't even know how to tell this whole shit without like telling the whole backstory. But so I'm gonna try to be super quick. But basically, when I moved into this apartment, the understanding was that I was moving in with somebody who was trying to get full custody of their child. I also want to take a little moment and say if a man tells you he's trying to get full custody of his child, he's lying to you. I don't mean that to be shady, but 9 times out of motherfucking 10, that's lies. It's not true. And I didn't know that until I started talking to other moms and other women who were like raising kids and like taking care of kids. But a lot of men, pause. I just want to wash my water bottle before I try to use it again because honestly, that's one thing I'm kind of bad about. I'll just keep on drinking out this water bottle like it's clean. It's gotta be clean. All I do is just drink water out of it. It should be fucking probably teeming with all types of bacteria on. Not Kalani. I'm crying. I'm fucking crying. I'm just saying though, it's very rare that somebody is trying to like leave their child's mother, and they just haven't done it yet because they just haven't done it yet. It's just not really the case usually. And I don't mean that to be hurting anybody or to like make anybody be suspicious of a man that they want to trust. Like I really hope that you know it hurts to say this shit. It sucks because again, when I met Nat, I thought the whole time that we were vibing that he was a good dude. I know I'm goofy for thinking that. I know I'm goofy. I know. Hey, you know, Maxie. You know what I mean? Don't worry. Don't worry. I see it now. I see it now. But at the time, bitch, before the Powerline concert, right? Before me and Goofy got cool, I just want you to know that I really thought he was being for real. I thought he was like really trying to get custody of his child. I thought he like low key. I feel like I low key. This is gonna sound so crazy, but because I had a bad experience with Leos, I really thought the baby mom was extra annoying. Here's the thing: I didn't know the bitch. I didn't know her at all. But I was just like, oh, she a Leo. See, that's why you gotta decolonize, bitch. It's not all Leos acting a fool, okay? We can't just be believing a man because he got a Leo baby mama. It don't add up. It don't add up. It's just giving girl hate. It's just giving fuck that bitch. But like I was saying, um, I really thought, bitch. Thoughts and pairs. I really thought. I thought he was gonna get full custody of the baby. I also thought based on how cool we had been, and again, we spent like a month talking. This is right after the narc dude. I feel like some of y'all remember when I was chilling with that black man who was a narcissist and he had the mansion. Y'all were calling him the Black Tony Stark. This was right after that. And so, what up, Marie? It's been a minute. What up, baby? Not can't count. You got me crying. So I was already feeling like embarrassed about thinking that this black man who was rich and treating me so good and then played me for a white bitch on Easter. Like, I was really still hurt about that shit. And so I was talking to this white man on the phone for like a month, and I was like, I just want to go slow. I don't want to do too much. Like, I just want to connect. Da, da. And then my house started flooding in the middle of that. This man was bringing out the big guns. He was hitting me with a "Good morning, beautiful." Now listen, some of y'all may not know what that's like. I'm not trying to play you. I'm not trying to play you. I'm just saying some of y'all may not know what that's like to be love bombed in that way. Motherfuckers hit you up every day talking some "Good morning, beautiful. How's your day?" Trust me, it's the oldest trick in the book. If they start saying "Good morning, beautiful," just know it's gonna stop at some point. Bitch, just know it's gonna stop at some point. And it's unfortunate. Now some of y'all may be getting "Good morning, beautifuls" every day. I don't want to yuck your yum. I don't want to stop it from you. But my experience has been motherfuckers be doing that much. Talk about some "Good morning, beautiful." I just feel like, again, I feel like I got caught up in the "Good morning, beautiful." I got caught up in the dates. That got caught up in the vibing and the chilling. I got caught up. I got caught up, bitch. I'm not trying to make no excuses for this shit. I got caught up. And so at some point I started realizing, you know what? You know what? I was like, me and him aren't going to be together forever. We're not about to like be. But I'm like, I could see us co-parenting with this baby a little bit. Not like co-parenting, like I'm really the baby family. But like if he need to go to the bathroom at some point, go take a shower, I'm like, I could hold the baby and then he'll get the baby back. And then the baby like the baby actually just start walking. You know what I mean? Baby walking and shit, almost like about to be 2 years old, like very soon. So there's a part of me that's just like, okay, well, you know what I mean? I could be a mother's help. But my thought process genuinely was that like me and him could find a way to support each other and not have such a fucking wild experience. Again, I thought there was a relationship growing, but I was also like, you know what? We don't have to move too fast. You already have a baby. Like, not trying to be funny, but it's like if we're gonna be something more, we'll figure it out. We gonna have no choice but to figure it out because it's like it's either sink or swim. That's how it felt like to me. Listen, here's me. He got a young baby, and I was like, here's the thing. The vibe was very much that he was moving into an apartment, but he had, he had never been alone. He had been living. Listen, Marie's not wrong. Marie's not wrong. I'm telling a story from behind. This is about Nat, the person I used to live with here. I just want to put a little asterisk that I'm telling a backstory to tell a new story. So just PS. So any suggestions, things that could have been different, trust me. Trust me. We know, baby. We know at this point. But at the time, I'm like, well, he seemed like a good dude. He got a baby. He want full custody. That right there, I'm not gonna lie, that really swung it for me. Cause I was like, oh, he is a single parent who wants full custody and he works full time. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, like so he's about to be paying for childcare, daycare. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, now you don't have a TV, bitch. I hate to hear that. Truly, bitch. Low key, like Dane has entered Mad Times. The dispensary near us has like a free TV. If I win it, again, I don't know if I will win it, but I just have a feeling like it might work out. So just, you know what I mean? Just if I win it, I got you, baby. If I win it, I got you. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to give you the new TV. Hold up. But what I'm saying is I'm going to give you the TV I got. Because you know that bitch is loud, bitch. Whenever we be playing music, that's my TV. Miss Roku. The Bad Girls Club channel on there. You know what I mean? And listen, I know the Hulu account. I got Hulu for $1 for the rest of the year. That's all I'm going to say, babe. That's all I'm going to say, bitch. So you can watch all your Hulus. Also, these men really don't be wanting their kids. For real. Exactly, Marie. Thank you for saying that. Full-time custody, full-time work. A man mouth is never giving calculus, babes. I'm crying. No. What up, Jennifer? No, it doesn't make sense. Like, in retrospect, it doesn't make sense. But that's why I was the perfect victim. Again, for the young girls and the new girls, he can't get full custody. It's not possible, girl. It's not possible. Like, I don't want to give too much of his backstory, but him and his ex fiance, and apparently she proposed to him, but then she broke it off with him. And there's a part of me that feels like she broke it off with him for several reasons, but I don't want to go into it. I'm just gonna say that she she took back her engagement ring, which I found fascinating. Imagine a Leo woman proposing to you. I could see it actually though. Not even trying to be funny. Like Leos are so interesting. Are they not? I'm not gonna do too much, but it's interesting. Um, Not Goodwill. I'm crying. Hulu had like a promo, cause like if you listen, every now and then try to go cancel your subscription, right before you gotta pay your bill. They will offer you a lower bill. That's what I did. I told Hulu, bitch, I won't pay no more. I was paying like $6.99, $5.99. I was like, bitch, I will not pay another month, cause I low key was broke as fuck. I could not afford to pay another month. So I was like, I'm canceling. They were like, bitch, what about $1? They were like, what about $1? They're like, what if you gave us $12? You know what I mean? Like, and that's the funniest thing, because that's where I'm at with my business. I'm like, listen, if everybody just give me $50, we can make it work out. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm like, if I at least get 50, we ain't gonna have to close down. I'm telling you. So Hulu, I'm telling you, go to any subscription that you fuck with, and make it seem like you know what, be like I'm unhappy with my service, and but just say that you're unhappy with the price point, because they be asking when you're about to not pay, what's wrong? Like, why are you leaving? Be like, I can't afford it. They'll be like, sweetie, this is as low as we could go. I promise you. Right now, a lot of corporations are doing that. A lot of apps are doing that. So just a PS for anybody out there. No, same. But yeah, no, they were charging me like that five. I was the basic starter Hulu pack, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna just leave, because I'm too poor for this. Because bitch, they had taken the money out my account, and I was like, I ain't even watch a Hulu like that right now. Like, I actually want to throw up. Like, I was like, I needed that. I think I had like one paper left. I was like, oh God. I was like, I can't even get papers. I was like, the light bill due. The rent due. You should have sucked the dick for free. Like, that's where I was at, bitch. Like, every now and then, bitch, I'll just think it. Every now and then, I'll just be like, oh my God. Oh my God, the light bill due. I'm so sorry, bitch. That woman lives rent free in my mind. I feel like that's Capricorn expression. Like, some memes just have Zodiac. I feel like that's such a Capricorn. Oh my God, the light bill due. You start thinking about shit you shouldn't have did for free. I swear to God. I mean, who knows, bitch? Like, there's a part of me that feels like, at this point, I feel like, I'm not trying to be crazy, but there's got to be some people that are all on the same Netflix account at this point. Cause like, I know I'm on Dane's Netflix account. Dane gave me his PayPal, his YouTube Premium, and that shit been coming in handy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, these ads be doing the most. Like, I have not seen an ad on YouTube in so long, and it's been beautiful. It's really crazy how much I fucking hate watching ads. Like, I didn't even know. I'm glad people have an OnlyFans. I've thought about making an OnlyFans with Dane. Like, me and Dane have talked about it. Because I'm like, Dane, we could make mad money on here. And like, Dane said he was with it, but I'm like, I do not want nobody to find it. Like, that's the only thing. That's the only thing, is like, I would not want it to blow up, because I would be so embarrassed, low key. Cranberry vodka, you already know the moves. But low key, I feel like phone service wise, I would check out Mint Mobile, especially if like you're about to have to pay your new bill. I would do the Mint Mobile 3 months for 45. Like right now, Mint Mobile, if you switch their plan, you get to keep your number and you get 3 months for $45. And then after that, each month is $45, which might still be cheaper than what you're paying per month right now. But that's what I did a few months ago, and that should save my life, because, bitch, I didn't have no money for no phone bill. Those 2 months that I didn't have to pay it, I was so fucking happy. So for anybody out there that needs a phone bill lowering, just look into that. YouTube Premium, again, it's only worth it because I'm not paying for it, but it's like looking like it's $80 a month, and Dane uses YouTube a lot. I wonder, as a creator, if it has any perks. I'm gonna look into that, but in the pool, I can do a backflip. I can. I'm gonna block you because you one of those trolls that just want to ask the same question over and over again just to get attention. Here's my thing. It's not about family and friends. It's not about that. I feel like here's the thing, the kinks that I'm involved in are very silly. So I feel like I would just be worried about somebody that hates me like paying for it like out of hate and then just like doing some crazy shit cuz like again, it's like I think I told y'all before, there's like I'm not necessarily into this kink for myself, even though if I was, what I really tell y'all, but I feel like if I was, I probably wouldn't even mention it, right? Like the shit that I'm really into that I'm not mentioning, but I'll go on. I'll say this. I found out that this man, or through this man, that there are men that are interested in magical scenarios. And I think I told y'all I went on a date with this man, and that's what had me realize. But he told me that he likes for a skinny woman to put on a giant titty suit, a suit that has giant titties on it, and he likes for that woman to like attack him, hug him, beat him with the giant titties. I swear. And he was on a date with me, and I remember thinking like I have like some titty, but like I don't have the kind of titties that will beat you. And so in my mind, I'm like, damn, I don't think he like fat bitches. I think he just like fat titties. And so I was like, damn, like my whole body is a fat titty, sure. But like that's not enough. And so I was just stressed out the whole time because I was like, I know he don't really like me. My titties are not even tittying like that. And then yeah, the camera is blurry. Absolutely. You don't need to see me clear. That's fine. That's just fine. The stream is not about me. The stream is about just hanging out with your friends and being silly. The stream is just a silly stream. But that's why I think we should get a Discord, honestly, because sometimes like I'll see people on like just a bunch of people on cams, and everybody doesn't have to be on cam. People can be on voice. Taco Bell, I appreciate you. Yes, if anybody wants to know where to go to start their whole sexual life, like let me know. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to be a pimp. I don't want any cut of anything. I don't want to. It's not that. I just want to like just let you know a couple of things before you get up on there because like it's very weird at times and there's some strange people. That's why I want to start my podcast called Fairy Home Mother, just because I feel like there's just so much like coming up with a hosona, creating a body of sex work. Like people don't really think about it like that, but there's a lot that goes into it. TKO from Titty, absolutely though. I mean that so genuinely. Like there's a big sexual boom happening, but like it's happening mostly for white people. That's what's traumatic. That is what's sad. Is that mostly white people are benefiting. I wanna cry. Good morning. Yes, I got a big ass cupcake. One thing that I really don't like though is the bakery I bought this cupcake from. They stopped doing the thing. Well, they started like making the cupcakes actually smaller, like the cake part. And so I'm kind of sad about that, to be honest, because like as you can see, like there's just so much more cream than cake, and I like more cream than cake, but this seems out of control. Um, I got two septum rings from the beauty supply. They were like $1. They're supposed to be like side nose rings though, so I'm sad about it. I thought they were septums until I put them in, and I was like, oh, because you know how everybody's doing like the side. I just feel like my nose don't. I just feel like my nose doesn't look good with like the side rings, and I'm sad about it. And like I had this one septum that like I got this one septum that was like just like a wire. It was like gold wire and then like this like really cute red bead. And I have not been able to find it since. I think I got it from Etsy. But I want that shit again. Like I want like a little red bead or like something little like red. No, the cupcake ratio is insane. Like I'm actually distressed. I'm actually sad because the last time I ate it, I had to like punch it into my face. But look at that. There's a hole too. Oh, you can't see that. But there's a hole in it. So they're not even giving me all the cake. Where's my cake? They're not even giving me all the cake. This is why there are men that watch this channel. I just want you to know that. Like, I'm so aware that, like, whenever I be eating, like, that is why men are here. It's frustrating. I never had a Medusa piercing. I wish I did. I never had any piercings actually. I pierced my lips myself, which was crazy. I gave myself a Monroe. I have a little scar from it. You can barely see it, but I gave myself a Monroe. I hated it. Then I gave myself snake bites. I hated it. I would never do that again. Jesus Christ. When you're young, you think you're gonna live forever. Oh my god, oh my god. Wow. Wow. I cannot even eat this like I want to because I already fucking know. I already know I'm on a Reddit bitch. Or if that bitch is eating. Oh, it was the softest. I would like to get a Medusa. I think it would look cute, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know that I want to get anything done to my face or anybody to do anything to me. I think I might just chill the fuck out and just keep my face how it is and just like get costume jewelry because it's been fun. And there's no healing with that. I think that that's the thing. I don't have to heal any of my piercings because they're not real. And if I'm being honest with y'all, I feel like I've had enough medical issues in my life to where I just don't feel comfortable always getting something or doing something or like putting anything extra. Like I want a tattoo. I've been thinking about this tattoo idea I want, but I'm like, bitch, are you really about to get fucking hurt? How do I feel about feederism? There goes my 51% male clientele. I'm kidding. But like, there's the male population right there. How do I feel about feederism? I am a feedie. I'm on Phoebe. I don't think it's abusive. I do think that death feederism, is only problematic when the feedie is not a death fetus. So that's my thoughts. Oh, you're a girl. Hey, hey, my bad though. My bad. My bad. But yeah, no. I'm okay with like eating on camera. It's just like what I'm not okay with is missing the coin. That's my issue. That's really my issue. Is like me not getting paid for the work that is work. Cause that's the thing. Like that's what people don't think about sex work all the time. It's like if you've ever like farted on camera, that is money. I mean, my 600-pound life is not necessarily all feederism. I feel like there's people that are just fat. Miss Rich, you're so beautiful. No, I braided my hair down because I was gonna go put on a wig, but then I never put on the wig, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just have." Oh, bitch! I just remembered I have a job interview. Yo. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. But I literally just remember I have another fucking job interview today. Oh fuck, bitch! I got fucking derailed because I was trying to tell y'all a backstory. But yeah, basically, I was living with this man who told me that he was trying to get full custody of his baby, and that his ex was abusive, and all this shit that men be saying about bitches that got their baby full custody. You know how they be doing. They be like, yeah, she got my kid. Yeah, I want to get my kid back. I want to be a fucking full time dad. You know what I mean? All that bullshit. But really, they don't give one fuck about their kid like that. Like they're really okay. But anyways, so I didn't know that obviously, and that's what I was saying. I was the perfect fucking victim because it's like, why would I like? I don't think he's lying. I also want to say, as an acoustic bitch, aka autistic bitch, I be believing people. Motherfuckers be thinking that you're stupid for believing people, and now I don't be believing people now. However, a lot of people be believing people because they want to believe that people are not lying. They don't want to think everyone's lying. It sucks, but we also live in a world that teaches us how to lie. We live in a world that says, tell people you're sick when you really don't want to do stuff. like tell people this or that when you don't want to do stuff. Like there's ways to get out of stuff as long as you tell this lie and not this lie, because this lie won't work for this situation. Like it's fucked up, but we do live in a world that teaches us how to motherfucking tell lies so that we can get out of stuff, or so we don't hurt people's feelings. And so because of that, you know, Whitney, thank you for chilling. Have a good night. Look at Whitney going out to church. I'm proud of you. uh But yeah, no. So basically, this man was saying that he was about to get full custody of his child. I was thinking that I would be able to be helpful, but that as far as he was concerned, he's like, you're not my baby's fucking parent or anything. He's like, if you want to be helpful, and again, if he's going to take a shower, watching the baby. Oh, I don't feel like I'm stupid. I just feel like people tell you that you're dumb if you believe people. So that's why a lot of people aren't believing people now, because we're like, we don't want to be called dumb. So now we're going to not believe you. And I do think that that hard swing the other way sucks for the people that are not lying. But a lot of people are like, if I believe you, I'm going to look stupid when it turns out you lied. So I get that. Right. Well, that's the thing. He was saying that she never was playing the baby game because you know how they be. But the energy was very much. And bitch, I watched Teen Mom. Like, I should have known better. Like, I was being really stupid. But from what I was noticing, the child's mother was being how she was being. I already didn't like her on some when you're dealing with a baby father and they try to get you to not like the girl. And it's like, yo, somebody called me acoustic when I said I was autistic, and I started dying laughing, and I was like, I'm gonna start saying that shit now. I was like, now I'm gonna tell people I'm acoustic. Just, again, just to break the ice, because, sometimes people be getting mad if you say you're autistic. They be really feeling away. But I'm trying to make people laugh, and then maybe they won't punch me. Honestly, because I don't want to get beat up. I agree. I don't disagree with you. Wanting to believe people and not being able to is hard. But I also think that that's what discernment is, isn't it? Trying to figure out, should I believe you? Why do I believe you? Asking more questions about the situation internally so you don't get fucked up. That's where I'm at. Now when a man says something, I go online. Now I go online. I don't think we should go into the God conversation. We did that last time and it got really interesting. But we don't need to do that today. Um anyways, not Gorlock. I'm fucking crying, bitch. I'm fucking crying. Okay, anyways, getting back into it though. So like I said, this man's telling me lies. I'm believing them. I move into this place and almost immediately, he was trying to have me be thinking that this is what the life is gonna be like he goes to work, I do my business and my work or whatever. I'm going to the pool, we're going, we're not really doing a lot of stuff together. When I moved in, I noticed I don't even think we went into the pool together, not even one time. I really feel like once I moved in, it's like he moved on. It was really crazy, but I didn't realize, you know what I mean? I didn't realize. All right. I didn't realize. Not you got them tarot cards. I'm crying. I might have diabetes. That's true. We don't know that though. We haven't figured it out. Anyways, thank you. If anybody wants to be a mod, please let me know. Because honestly, they are getting annoying. But moving on. So it seemed like when I moved in, the energy was very much he was don't get me wrong, he still did things I have a friend in Romulus. He went and picked her up and brought her out here. Actually, no, she Ubered out here, and we all hung out together, and it was chill. And I want to say that there were definitely moments where he seemed like a chill person. Thank you so much. Listen, just be mindful. I feel like there's so many people on here, so there's no way to know who's going to really pop out. But again, I thank you, Kay. I appreciate, I'm genuinely just trying to figure it out as I go. But like I said, we were not dating. I feel like that's the other thing, is I told him I'm not, we went on dates, but we were not together. I was very clear that I wasn't ready to be in a relationship, but that my house is flooding. He has a spare bedroom. He's saying that he wants full custody, but he doesn't know when he's gonna get that. So the idea is very much that we're sharing a room together. But at some point, when it became clear to me that he was not what I wanted, I told him kind of immediately. And here's the thing, he told me one day, he was like, will you be my girlfriend? Like out of nowhere. And I just remember being like, I don't think that like we're really compatible. Keep in mind, we're living together. I'm paying no rent to live with him. I'm obviously like cooking, doing domestic shit that bitches do when bitches be in the house. But for all intents and purposes, like I'm benefiting more than him. And so when he asked me to be his girlfriend, in my mind, I'm like, honestly, no. Cause like I don't like at that point I'm like I'm not seeing the baby that much. Also that at that point the baby mom had told me that some crazy shit. Like the baby mom called me and was on the phone for like 2 hours and I was like, and the thing is, I just asked the baby mom. All I texted the baby mom before she called me was, "Hey, I just want to know like what you think is happening here," because I already knew we weren't gonna get together. But when he asked me to be his girlfriend, and then things started getting weird with him and his baby mom, I was just like, "Hey, girlie, like, can we just talk real quick?" Because I had already assessed like he was not a good dad. So now I wasn't trying to team up with the baby mom. I was just trying to let the baby mom know I'm not a threat. I'm nothing. I'm not the girl. I'm not putting a battery behind his back. I'm nothing of the sort. If y'all got issues, if you need any support, like here's some links. You know what I mean? I was trying to help the bitch because my thought process was this: a man saying he wants full custody, and then I'm in his house and I'm noticing how much he's not ready for that. On top of that, bitch, me being in his house, and I'm not trying to put myself. I'm not trying to put myself in too much, but I'm just saying, I probably shouldn't be living here if you want full custody of your kid because he always knew what type of time I was on. He always knew that I am a mental health advocate and that I work with plant medicine. And because it is legal to do what I do in my state, that's why I live here. And so he's aware of all the things that I'm into. However, if you're trying to get full custody of your baby, come on. So, JJ, 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 keep in mind, in the beginning, he was like, oh, he's like, I don't need you to be a co parent. I just need help every now and then. He expressed fear. And that's another thing. Like, I feel like at the time, also, and listen, drag me if you want to, but I feel like when someone who is AMAB says that they're non binary, but they operate like a cis man, I like you can call me a misgenderer all you want, but Nat is a man to me. Nat is very much a cis man who is not decolonizing and is saying they're non-binary, in my honest opinion, to dye their hair pink and get closer to queer femmes who will be able to see or not see all the time the ways that he's being a colonizer. And that's just my analysis at this point. Other people may have other takes on what's happened here, but I genuinely believe that he does not identify as non-binary because he's truly decolonizing gender. I believe that he uses it to infiltrate spaces where femmes are and to seem like a safer person. I know some people may not want to hold that or hear me. That's fine. That's fine. I know that some people want to think that there's like men or cis men that like dress up like femmes to try to harm women on some like, oh, that's the only reason why they're doing it. I know that that take can seem messy and fucked up. I know that. I know that like when people talk about trans women, there can be some real vitriolic takes. I'm not trying to offer that at all. As an agender person, as someone who doesn't believe that I actually have a gender, but that I'm just out here experiencing life, I can see very clearly white cis men who are taking advantage of aesthetic. And I mean no shade when I say that, but I feel like that goes along with what I said when I first got here. My friend making the remark that they hate when a man says that their asshole is their pussy. It's like, on one hand, I really don't give a fuck about any of that. On the other, though, there is a tiny part of me that's kind of just like, some of these men are putting on certain aesthetics and acting like a certain way so that they can be harming women. It's fucked up. Law and disorder. You got me crying. Hey, baby. Again. I mean no shade when I say that. Yes, glitter flies. Thank you for saying that. Again, I'm bringing up. Oh, love is a woman. I'm crying. I love it. I love it. That shit made me laugh. It made me think of kung kung. Dun, 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 dun. Again, I think that Nat is a cis man who dyed his hair pink, and who performs by wearing dresses and other feminine clothing and says that they're non binary, but I genuinely do not believe it. Exactly. JJ, thank you for saying what you're saying. I'm never trying to make it seem like people are not trans. What I'm trying to offer is that, like, this is a cis man who is operating as a cis man, who is not decolonizing in any sense, and who is performing a gender expression that seems like something in between masc and femme, but the way that they operate is 1000% masculine. They just do it in a dress. Misogynist, not masculine. They're misogynistic and they operate as a misogynist in a dress. And they operate as someone who is actively harming femmes. Because I refuse to believe that after they got me into this place, again, I moved in here as their friend who was attracted to them, who was fucking them, but we were never in a romantic agreement. We were both poly or both aspiring to be poly. We had both been not necessarily poly before. I feel like I've been trying to be poly, but I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about that at a later date. But basically, I feel like he had been in a poly relationship. His partner was dating somebody new before they officially broke up. So like there was a lot going on for him. And so between me and you, like just being candid, he worked too damn much to have many partners, and I wasn't really putting myself out there like that. Like I feel like I was really trying to like focus on getting the sexual pleasure from this connection with Nat, but also like rebuild my life. Like my house flooded, I moved to a different city. I didn't even really explore the city much. Like I was kind of just like sitting in nature. Like I was in, like there's woods literally outside of my door. So like I literally was just in the earth, just trying to fucking get right mentally. He already knew I had been through so much. I'd been struggling. I'd been suffering. He knew all of this. And so for him to like offer me to come, stay with him while I was looking for an apartment, because that was the other thing too. I was looking for housing out here because I'm thinking I want to be in the city. I don't want to be in Detroit. I know some people may think that that's shady to say, but honestly, Detroit just has different offerings. And I feel like I met a lot of fucked up white people in Detroit, like to the point where I was like, I'd rather just like get the fuck out of here. Like, I just feel like I met too many white people back to back to back that were demonic that it was just like, nah, like I gotta get out of here. And again, I know it's not Detroit. It was Port Huron too. It's a lot of evil white people out here, like for sure. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just felt like Detroit had already given me too much. So I was like, let me take my ass elsewhere. So, with that being said, when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I'm like, girl, I'm not seeing what I need to see to be nobody girlfriend up in here, so nah. And he was hurt by that, but I feel like right as soon as I said that shit, that's when shit shifted for him. And again, we already were moving like homies who were hooking up, but once I told him straight up, like, yeah, I don't see you being my boo, the energy was very much like, well, I'll find another bitch. And so I feel like it was maybe like a week and a half. This is my ex roommate, Nat, who still name is on the lease. This man's still name, his name is still on this lease. He still technically lives here. Again, I'm about to have to go do a wellness break because I need to go use the bathroom. But I just wanted to like, I just wanted to come here while I was like half awake. But I'm trying to give y'all some good news. But I'm trying to give y'all a backstory. And now I have to use the bathroom. Listen, I feel like I'm gonna just come back. I feel like I'm just come back at this point. I feel like I'm gonna delete this live because it was just a manifestation of like the early morning and me just waking up and me just talking shit. But I'll leave it up for like the day. Like it could be a 24-hour live or whatever the fuck. But it's going down. Like it's gonna be deleted. I just wanted to give context for what happened before I came back. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna delete this one tomorrow, but I'll keep it up until I come back. And then when I leave, after I come back the next time, I'm gonna delete all of them. So that's my plan. That's my agreement with you, is that if you missed the earlier part of the live, which was like 2 hours of live, you'll be able to get it. I want to tell the good news, but I'm also trying to give the backstory just so you can see how good news, how it actually worked out. Cause bitch, this whole time I've been in here sweating, worried as fuck, like the first of the month is coming. Absolutely. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so. You're getting me back on task. I have to use the bathroom and I need to go to the job interview. The job interview is not till 10, but I was gonna be there at like 9:15. Just, you know what I mean, walking around looking like I'm early. I hope I don't stress them out though. I might go like 15 minutes earlier. Maybe not 45, but I really want this job. I really want this job so bad because it's like, I just know I'm gonna be so for real. The stuff that they offer, I want it. And also, I want to learn more about so many herbs and so many different seasonings and spices and soaps and creams. Like, I'm just really excited. And they called me back pretty quickly. I literally applied for the job the day before, and then yesterday they called me in the morning. And they basically were like, "Have you ever worked in a store?" They were like, "Are you strong?" The questions they asked are the same ones. I feel like at the end of the day, they just gotta actually fuck with me. But I'll be honest, I've never seen anybody of color work in that store. That's the only thing that worries me, is I've only seen white people work at that store. And so there's a tiny part of me that's like, I don't even think I've seen many people of color in this store, to be honest. Which makes me sad because it's a store that I think people of color really need. Like a store of full like imagine like you run out of like dish liquid and you don't have to buy a new bottle. You just go to that place with all of the bottles that are low in your house and you fill up everything you need. Like if you buy a honey jar that's like really beautiful, you can go there and fill up your honey jar for just the honey. You don't have to fucking repay for a new jar and all the packaging and shit. So, bitch, I'm definitely not wearing the straight wig. Honestly, the girl that I applied with said that she liked my natural hair. So I'm gonna wear my natural, to be honest. I think I'm gonna just take a shower and then like do a little twist out, put some oil on my fingers and let it work out. Um, exactly, but that's the thing. Like because I've never seen a black person work there or any person of color work there, I am kind of like. But at the same time, there's only like one person working at a time. Like it's like 5 hour shifts, 5 hour shifts of this one person working. And between 1 and 5, like they close, I would say at like 8. So, or 1 and 6. So there's a tiny part of me that feels like it's not a closing shift. It's like a middle shift. So it might work out. Oh, y'all are sweet. I appreciate y'all. We're still under the influence of Lionsgate. Oh, true, 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 true. True, 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 true. You're right. You're right. Wait, no. Was somebody saying that I should? Well, see, that's the other thing too. Is like they have like soap there. They have conditioner. They have everything. I think there might even be like face cleanser and like all types of other skincare stuff, like lotion. It's kind of like going to Costco, but without buying like a bunch of like the product. You're just buying the product. You don't have to buy the packaging and the boxes, so it ends up being way cheaper. Like I was able to like get a big jar of honey that would have probably cost me like 30, 40, $50 for like maybe $20, and I got way more honey than I would ever get anywhere else. So for anybody out there that is looking, like look for like bulk buy shops, look for by the pound shops, because they also sell candy for the people that like chocolate chips. I noticed that they had honeycomb. Like they had so much stuff that there's some stuff I didn't even look at because it was just overwhelming lately. But I'm interested in like trying some of their dried bean section. I think there's a cornmeal section, which I want to get because like I've been using Jiffy cornmeal for like a minute. And I want to learn how to make my own cornbread like from scratch. Like I really want to learn how to like make things very easily with my hands. I need to go to the fucking bathroom. I'm caught up. Anyways, thank y'all for listening to me. I love you guys. Bye.